garbage. No, no, I can't use any of that. No. All right, so
After this game, I have to go. Sorry. I may be back later. May. I know. I know. I know. I know.
all right, everybody. We're live. We're about to do things. Currently, yes, I don't even know where I'm at right now. I think I should probably be talking to all streams. So give me a second when I'm turning all the stuff back on.
Well, hey Fezzik, you better dump some of those.
Oh, mine's full too.
What am I dumping? What's happening?
Ditch those zeros and get with these heroes.
I'm
So
not going to do
I
that.
have Deviate Hides. I have Serpent Bloom, Smart Drinks, Deviate Eradication, and Leaders of the Fang. One of these is from a chain though, so I won't be able to share it if you don't already have it.
I'm abandoning quests right now.
Where are you, Baba Ganoush? We're standing at Crossroads. Are you running over to Wailing Caverns?
I am over here with Night Shine outside of Wailing Caverns.
All right. Well, here we'll share. I'll share these and then we'll run over there.
Briarthorn. Briarthorn. Oh, hang on. What? Oh, shiny. Woo! I'm letting everyone outside the dungeon know I'm not playing around.
Mm-hmm.
I did want to say not fucking around, by the way. But
Thank you, Jessley.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Smart Drinks, I guess, is the one that you guys aren't.
I have 3 of these
Eligible
now.
for.
4 of them
Oh,
now.
Smart drinks came.
Almond
from-
Milk, you declined my quest. I'm offended.
Oh, whoa! I'm sorry. Do another. Hit me again. Hit me again.
Deviant Hides.
There we go. Almond Milk is accepted my quest.
Serpent
Okay.
Bloom.
All right, so I have 4 quests. One of them is green.
Oh, I'm sorry. Share that one again, please. Av.
The important one is Leader of the Fang.
All right.
Deviant Eradication.
No.
Yeah, Almond Milk is already on that quest. Okay. All right. That's all I can do. Let's go, you guys.
All right, let's roll.
Thank you, Takar. Thank you for the follows.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you very
thank you.
much.
All right.
Welcome
So,
aboard.
I didn't do the thing that I normally do when I start a stream, so I'm just going to talk for a moment. People get to hear my wonderful voice. Everybody's excited for it. Hi, everyone. Welcome. All 4 of us are together at last. We have only done this once. Also, Whisper, I will solve that problem, so I'm not as loud. We have talked as a group once so far, and this is our 2nd time, so I'm sure nothing will go wrong and everything will go as planned, just like the launch of this game. I'm sure it was all perfect and great. So basically, just to give this a little summary, basically these 3 fine folks that aren't me, I'm pointing to them, and I'm sure it's different on everybody else's screen, are all wonderful people who used to work on this wonderful game at Blizzard Entertainment, TM, all rights reserved, something. All in different capacities. Well, sort of. 2 of them are quest designers, and one of them did something else as also regards to a quest designer. We'll introduce him in a second. And one of them was quality assurance and also did something else, and I'll let him introduce in a second. That's good to hear about my video. Refresh, Whisper, and then so we'll start here. The whole point is for us to kind of go through, talk about the adventures that they have lived in their lives of working on this wonderful game, the trials, the tributes, the fun times. And we'll see how things are. The hope is that people can ask questions, people can hear behind the scenes kind of stories. I can follow Almond Milk around and not even play the game, and everything is perfect. So first we'll introduce Mr. Baba Ganoush here. Baba Ganoush, tell us about yourself. Hi.
Why, hello, and thank you everyone so much for being here. We are so excited for everyone to check this out. Oh, and they're all here outside the dungeon. Hi, I have the attention span of a goldfish. That's the first thing you must know. But my name is Sean Baba Ganoush Carnes. I am a 25-year veteran of game design and creative direction. I retired 2 years ago, and now I stream games for everyone's entertainment. All my friends have said for years that I should be doing basically I live my life like a stream anyway. So here I am, and I hope to get to know you. I have a whole ton of stories about World of Warcraft. My friends do as well. I've known Moon Boots and Brody Man and Buck Nasty for years. I've done some other stuff too. At Blizzard, I was the creative development manager there for 3 years. Then I was the lead product developer for all the licensed properties. I worked with Buck specifically on that, but he'll introduce himself there. And I was also my other big claim to fame. Like I said, I've done this for a while. Is that I'm the original lead creative designer for League of Legends. I think I covered me in a nutshell, and I even had me zoomed out to my fancy new overlay that I made today. Do you like that?
Oh, I like it.
It
I
looks
like
real
Yeah.
fancy.
I know.
Looks like
I
you do
know.
this
There
for
we
work.
are. Maybe one day we'll see.
You've got some extra free time.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for being here very much, and this is going to be awesome.
Speaking of the next person who was just talking, Moon Boots, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I have worked in games now for about 16 years, and my first job as a designer was writing quests for this game we're playing right now. And from there, I worked on a few other MMOs, probably ones that maybe weren't as good as this one. I ended up at EA. I worked at EA for about 5 years on The Sims. And after that, I went completely independent. So now I still work in games, but everything I do is freelance on contract. So I get to work with a lot of different companies. And thanks to Baba Ganoush here, now I am streaming on Mixer.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Fancy.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All your free time that you had is just now gone.
Because, I had so much.
I know.
Big Ben John, thanks for the
I
host.
know,
Twizzit, thanks
I'm
for the
an
booty
asshole,
and the
I'm
balls
sorry.
and holes.
Oh,
Hey,
balls and
sweet,
holes.
look.
Booty.
Big Bad John is hosting us.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
And now Mr. Buck Nasty.
Buck Nasty. I was.
Thanks for the host, guys.
I was QA analyst for Vanilla WoW. I was also the QA forums lead, which meant I was kind of the QA community manager. They called me Hortus back then, the shaman gnome. After that, I was a licensed product developer. I worked for Sean. We did the WoW trading card game and a lot of knickknacks and calendars and other paraphernalia for this game. A lot of the BlizzCon merchandise that you guys enjoyed, whereas my hand was involved in some way or another. After that, I moved on to Glue, where I worked on mobile games, Britney Spears and Nicki Minaj games. And now I'm a project manager for another mobile company working on licensed games. And in my very little spare time, I write my own tabletop RPGs.
Nice.
I love how, no big deal that one was. Oh, by the way, I also write tabletop RPGs. No big deal.
Your Spirit of 77 is so amazeballs.
Nobody here's to watch me play tabletop games. They want to watch us kill WoW stuff.
That's actually not true. There's many streams. One, in fact, Tango Tech here, who
Thank you, Tango
Mr.
Tech.
Sean and I have worked with, has actually played some tabletop stuff and some other stuff on stream. So there's a lot of different ways to share some content. Well,
someone better help me kill this. Otherwise, I'm
You're
gonna die.
welcome, Fan Doc.
yeah, I forget to play games on streams all the time.
Is this thing?
It was coming right for me, I swear.
It's coming right for us.
I had to attack it.
Oh, we're in good shape. Oh, shiny, Jesus Christ.
No, okay.
Oh no!
It's gonna be okay.
Thank you, guys that are hosting us that did that while Buck Nasty was talking. I didn't want to interrupt him.
All right, so everybody usually knows who I am, but for the people that don't, I also make games, but I just won't tell you where or what I do because I'm secret. I don't need you showing up to my house and hanging out outside my door, asking for nothing. Actually, probably. But
I have kind of a weird story about that happened to us at Blizzard one time, by the way.
oh, that's
I've got-
I just want to let you know
I've got
after
a
you
great
get done.
story about a fan.
I'm
That's
sorry,
exciting.
Brandon, man.
But so yeah, and for the people that don't know, I've been streaming. I'm a partner here on Mixer I've been a partner for a little bit over a year and streamed for about 2 years. Stuff. That's about it.
Buddha man.
Yes.
Birdman's is our mixer mentor, and he's
Mixer,
amazing.
well,
Come on, guys. Come on.
we're
Come
there.
on.
We're going.
Come on.
So
Oh, I gotta zone in, right? Oh shit!
Baba Ganoush isn't though. You guys are with me.
I'm on
Yep.
it. I'm on the moke.
Real quick regarding, we'll hear about your stalkers. I can't wait to hear about that. But you said League of Legends, and I always have to tell this. I was interviewed by my friend, where I currently work, who actually passed on me for the job. I found out later, and he's like the saddest that he ever passed on me. But he passed on me because he thought I was saying something called Legal Legends of a game that I was playing. It's like Legal Legends. I've never heard of that game before.
That game sounds amazing.
And yeah, and then he was like, yeah, you just kept talking about that Legal Legends. I'm like, only a couple people are playing it. No big deal.
Oh, these guys are elite, aren't they? Oh,
If somebody isn't
Game
already
on.
making a game called Legal Legends, then they definitely
They should, yes.
Although it's probably like a Chinese knockoff.
It is.
An asset swap or something.
I didn't.
It's all knockoffs.
I
don't
just
know.
fell
Maybe
down
it's a
here.
tabletop game.
I may be biased.
Hey, there's some alliance in here.
Oh, hey, there's
That's nice.
Serpent Bloom. Oh no.
Didn't find any serpent bloom. Have found plenty of serpent bloom snakes though that no one felt like doing anything about. So they're everywhere.
I have no idea where I'm going.
Well, here.
Oh,
here.
good. I'm following
here.
you.
Stay here. Oh, come to me. Come.
Oh
to
no,
me.
I see. Okay, I see it. I see the entrance.
Right here.
Whoa, oh, but I fell in a hole.
Uh oh. Yeah, there's a hole
Okay.
right there. Sorry.
I'm good.
Someone,
Why would
someone
they
should
do
have
that?
told you.
Why
And
would they
this
do
zone
that?
begins. Bye, Chorna.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
stuck in the- I'm already
you
in the
later,
water.
Karna.
Oh, this is already going bad places.
And
I'm
guess
sure
who's
it's
not
fine.
doing it?
I'm
There we
sure
go.
it's
Me.
fine. Uh-oh.
There we go.
Ad. Here's an ad. Here it comes.
Where's the? Where's the? Uh-oh. I'm kind of lost too, by the way.
You're not here killing this with us? Where are you? No,
I'm
everybody else is
outside.
here. Oh, come inside.
I'm trying to find the entrance.
You guys, you're not making me feel good about this whole thing that's about to happen.
You're
This-
outside. You're outside
Oh,
the
I need to-
entrance.
I see. Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, so
standing-
are we.
Okay. What?
I'll go get him.
Okay.
What? There's a bunch of people standing around out here.
No.
The
Oh,
orange nipple
no.
above my hand commands the respect of them.
So
Oh,
when we all went into the cave, you just stayed out there with those guys?
There's
Okay.
elites
So
in the way.
we have to kill this raptor if we.
I
wanna
see
get
you.
through him.
I see you.
Okay. Good.
No, I am not healing Tango Tech. I would not do that to myself. You know
Where are
me.
you going?
I'm not doing
I
good.
know
today.
here at the
Brody,
entrance.
you know what you're gonna be good for, Brody, is just getting
got
all
you,
the
Nightshine.
ads because you're much lower level
get
than the
in
rest of
range.
us. So
Yep.
they'll see ya.
Not at
Thank
all,
you,
Takara.
Aram,
I'm
for
a
the follow.
I'm an amazing
Oh, don't fall
healer.
down
It's
that
just
hole.
boring as
Yeah,
hell.
this hole.
Oh, shiny.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was watching Kevin
Oh.
Jordan's stream the other day, and they were doing Wailing Caverns, and he warned the group. He was like, "Hey, so there's a hole right here, and you want to make sure you don't fall in that." Every single person fell in it except him.
So can we make a list of dungeons that don't have herbs in them?
Can you make a list of dungeons that don't have anyone healing you? I can.
Make sure you talk to him, get a buff.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Thank you, Av. By the way, everyone, this is Averon Nightshine, who's with us, who is a very noteworthy person in his own right. But we'll get to that another time. He is the reason why we even have a chance of success.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
He taught me literally everything I know about tanking.
We've been playing with this human being. We met him randomly in EverQuest. Oh, look
Uh-huh.
at this. Here's a testament to actually saying hello to someone and getting to know a stranger in an MMORPG. We
That's
got to know
true.
him in EverQuest. We played with him in DOC. We did it. We basically, whenever there's an MMO, Nightshine Averon is always a person that we know that we're going to play with. We're bringing over some of our other friends too. But anyway, Av, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great.
Are you ready to have a 0 corpse runs tonight, my friend?
All right, let's do it.
Now,
I like your confidence.
do both warlocks have soul stones?
I've got it.
Because I know we only had one last last.
Yeah,
time.
I have that spell now. I am out of
Oh.
stone. So let me grab
Okay,
I'll
hold
grab
on,
a stone
let me-
off this one and I'll make one.
I got Bobby.
Yeah, just let me know who you want me to get and I'll do it after this.
Okay, there's a weed there, Sean. Try to wait until after the fight to pick it up.
In the words of Brody Man, look, I'm a professional.
Professional what?
See, that's the question. This professional orange nipple. Look at
I'm a star, so
that.
All right,
me
who am
give
I
you
putting
a
the
health
soul
stone.
stone on?
Oh, so good. Oh, the king's blood.
Definitely on Sean.
Okay.
Oh.
yeah, because I don't have a res yet.
Yeah, well, he's got one on him, so I can't put. I think Avron got it. So who wants the
I
other
put one on Bob already.
Well, you should save it so
Okay.
that when we inevitably use the first one, we have a backup.
All right.
Does Fezzik, do you have res yet? I'm not sure what level Druid.
No, I don't. I think I want to say it's like 18 or 20.
These guys don't run, do they? Let me know when. When shit starts to run, I will make sure and throw down the snare. Totems.
I think it's mostly the druids that run. I don't know if the raptors do.
Use your potions, guys.
What's a potion?
Things I gave you the last time we played together.
No, I deleted those.
I will do never
Auction house.
say that shit to me.
I needed space for like a random gray item, so I just deleted it.
Oh. Hey, Buck, do you have strong troll blood potions on you?
I do not have any buff potions.
Here. You need that for sure. Fire
Would
that.
anyone like a health stone?
Yeah.
So, while we're here, if anybody has any questions for these fine folks or me, you can ask me and I'll make up something. Let us know anything you may want to know about the process of like making this friggin' game or anything. Ask things. Hey, thanks.
Oh, I'll get some
Totems.
totems.
Hang on. And then I do Frusha.
Russia.
The difference between EverQuest and World of Warcraft is, from this perspective, as a healer in EverQuest, after a fight starts, I sit down and look at a book.
Yeah.
In World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
I get up and craft.
Also, death penalty. Death
Yeah.
penalty a little different.
Death penalty.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty harsh.
Oh shit. I got you. No, is that so? Well, I'm gonna have to stop a bunch of shit. I gotta MP5 this shit.
Oh, so you get that
Thanks for
guy.
the follow.
Druids run. Fuck. All right.
So it looks like did anyone of them ever have that day where they absolutely hated their job?
Oh yeah.
Just straight to the
Oh.
just straight to the meat.
There was the 14-hour days waiting for the test server to come up, because I was the guy who had to let everybody know that it came up. So I was there at 1 a.m. with my test lead trying to get the servers to work, because there were 10,000 people who desperately wanted to check out the latest release.
Yeah, I don't like while I was working on WoW, I don't know if I really ever had a day like that. I mean, even on the days we were totally crunching and like really stressed because we were being asked to do so much. I can't say I ever had a day where I hated it.
So typically we go left, but if you want to complete those quests, we're probably gonna have to kill all these ravagers and stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely used to going left, but you know, whatever. Let's just clear the whole thing.
All right, let's do it.
How about you, Mr. Baba Ganoush?
Yeah,
What?
Baba Ganoush, have you ever had a day where you just, you know, hated your job when you were working on this?
On World of Warcraft, you know, of course, everyone has those kind of days, right? I will say this though. Perhaps I have perhaps I'm being a little Pollyanna about it, but I had some of my worst days and working on World of Warcraft were better than some of my best days at some of the other places I was at.
That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of the way I would put it too.
I would say probably, and not to be a Debbie Downer, the worst day for me on the World of Warcraft team was the day of the layoffs, where friends of mine, like we had been in the trenches together, were gone for corporate reasons, right? Business and creativity. As people get to know me, I have strong
I haven't.
opinions
No.
about.
Okay,
Yeah, they
didn't
don't
add.
mix.
Didn't
Yeah.
add. We're good.
I got you.
If you want, you could mark the ones you want us to focus.
Fezzik, you're doing pretty good off tanking, by the way, brother. I got you.
No, I'm not.
I-
Yep.
Do we have a runner? Is that what happened over there? We get some ads now?
Something triggered those.
Earthbind down.
Alright.
Oh,
Heal almond milk, heal almond milk, no, almond milk!
oh, you should use a potion of some
I
kind.
did. I used a potion. It's all good.
I am low on the manas here.
Oh, that's why I'm having so much problem getting rage, because my sword skill still isn't all the way up.
Noob.
That suddenly makes sense.
Learn to play.
I was busy leveling it up before you logged on.
Mr. Buck Nasty, a question for you. Did someone say they did QA? How has QA changed from when the game was developed to later on?
Oh wow, it changed a lot. When I started, there were just a little over 40 QA guys. There was just enough people to do a full raid. When I left, there were 200 and something people just working on WoW. The QA department was over 400 people, including engineers and producers, and like the QA department at Blizzard is like a bigger than most game studios and has as many developers as you would have on most AAA games. Honestly, they have engineers and they have producers, not a lot of artists, but they use automation that they didn't use when I started. When I started, not only was everything manual testing, they actually did everything on paper except for writing bugs. They would do all of their test tracking on paper. And the very, very first thing I did the day I started was testing their digital tool for tracking all of their checklists. Because the entirety of vanilla WoW was tracked on paper printed checklists. So now they've got modern tools, and they've got in-house engineers who build test tools for them, and all of the support for managing that as well. They went a really long ways, and it's one of the best game QA teams in the industry, honestly.
Yeah, I was in that QA department, and even way back when, right, when a lot of stuff was being done on paper, I can say that it's still like QA at other companies I worked for, they just don't compare at all.
Yeah.
Hello, Druid of the Thing.
They were state of the art 15 years ago, and that QA department 15 years ago is still state of the art today.
Yeah.
That's how good they were, for whatever that's worth.
Almond milk, unrelated to what we're talking about, the loot is still on free for all, just so you know.
Oh, well, who cares? We're all friends here, right?
Yeah, well, I'm fine because I don't have that much bag space anyway, but I'm usually like way behind you guys.
X, no.
What?
Everyone, I am getting 2 things so far: Jack and shit.
What are the loot options here? Master looter.
Did you
on.
ever think to yourself that you deserve
Master
Jack and
looter.
shit? Did you ever think about that for a minute?
And Jack left town. I'm sorry, what was that, Brody man?
No, that's perfect.
Sean wasn't paying attention, so he doesn't know moon boots what I just did. So just
So
he was
yeah.
busy making sound effects, and now he doesn't
I'm my
know
own
the looting-
soundboard.
He doesn't know the looting situation.
Am I excluded? What did you do? What sort of
Master loot.
what sort of fuckery is this?
You get no loot now. That's what he
get no
said.
loot.
Oh, how many potions you have? I hope you have some. Please skin these.
Oh, that's right. I can't.
You need to come back. Hey, Master Looter, you need to come loot this raptor.
Yeah,
I'll get around to it. Don't you
fucking
worry.
get on it. Kind of shit show is this? Oh shit! Gotcha.
Yeah. You know what? I can't change it back to group loot if I'm dead. If I'm too busy running back from the graveyard.
Bust out those bandages.
I am. Look at
Look
me.
at this.
Look
no
at me.
hands.
Look
Nope.
at me.
I'm transitioning.
Bandaging
to Bulk
myself.
No
every
hands.
time.
I'll heal you.
Every time I
that's why
use a
fuckers-
bandage, that is a mark against you. that is a failure on your part.
Hang on, almond milk. Hang on. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. Here you go. You've earned it. Shiny red apple, brother.
So we mocked the shiny red apple, but the shiny red apple you sent me today was perfect because you sent me 16 Strider meat, and so I was able to buy 15 apples, and the plus one you sent me gave me 16, exactly enough. I didn't have to waste any apples. I was happy.
In the words of the War Chief Chris Smetzen, I got 2 words for you: Kerpow.
Okay, what? I'm looking at the different options here. What is round robin?
You want it on group loot.
I know I want it on group loot. Let me.
You are not. The efficiency factor is below 10. The efficiency factor is below 10.
So round robin, I'm pretty sure it is
Oh.
just like group loot, except it doesn't have that threshold for uncommon items.
I think it also
Sweet.
it spreads out the cash.
Yeah.
All right, so a few more things. JT says, "Hey, thanks for the answers. He used to work QA for cell phones."
Oh,
So probably. And then another question is, what's a funny memory each of you had during the dev days? Don't all
Funny
talk at
memory.
once.
Yeah, I got to think about that one.
Yeah.
I have one. It's kind of embarrassing to a human being, so I won't mention their name, but it's hilarious. It is hilarious. So there was a particular person at the company. I won't say their name. It's not important, but who liked to horn in on other people's activities. Like, for example, oh, I'm not a team, but your team is having delivered to them. I will go. See, someone already knows the story. I'm just going to partake of your shit while you're doing it too. And there's nothing you can really say about it because, you know, blah, 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 whatever. So one particular time, this person, so on the World of Warcraft team, we were crunching, and we would crunch hard. And they were really good about getting us dinner on the nights that we would crunch. And so this particular there would be an announcement made. That dinner was served, and then everyone would make their way up there to the World of Warcraft team area, sort of the open area, and get the dinner. But there would always be this person would get the message first and always be the first person in line. They weren't even on the team, right? They're just showing up. They're part of Blizzard in general, but they're getting this food. So one time, Shane DeBeery had enough. And so, as this person was standing in line, Shane DeBeery got on the speaker to all of Blizzard and said, "Attention, person whose name I'm not going to say said it over the internet. Hey, Haywood Jablomi, which is not his name. Haywood, get out of the line. You are not eating first tonight." And everyone started laughing because everyone had had their fill, and this person kind of huffed off. But they were. I think they got fired a couple months later for whatever. That was funny because it was definite. It's one of those moments where you get in a trench and you're in the trench for so long, and then you see someone, I guess, who's not, I don't know if it's part of the tribe or someone who's not shed the blood that everyone else has.
Sleep. Oh my god, 10-second sleep.
But it was funny. That was funny. Hopefully not too much of a dick.
That's fun. 10-second sleep.
Yeah,
enjoy that.
I'll just hang out here while my friends all get beat on.
Well, I'm a little bit of an asshole.
We like that.
I know.
You should tell them about the time that you stunk up the whole office with your broccoli.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
We're only allowed to tell other people's embarrassing story, not
Brody
your
man.
own.
Brody man said that I'm not supposed to give it all away.
Oh yeah.
I need to just show a little leg at a time.
Pretty confident it probably wasn't in terms of this story. I don't know that there's.
Oh no! We're staying on course. We're staying on course.
Hey, you want to know who's getting all the serpent bloom? Brody man. It's Brody man.
Oh, it's Brody man.
He's got all of it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can switch between forms and just press my Moonfire.
That's the boss right there.
We should kill it.
Is there?
We should kill it. Good plan. I like that.
We should actually pay attention that we're going to fight a boss here.
We should probably. I need to get more mana if we're going to do that.
I have a potion I should take. Here we go.
Does anybody not have a heal stone?
Deviant hides. I got a green leather bag. If anybody needs an 8-slot bag.
Oh no, I'm good.
Everybody's got 8s.
I for sure don't.
I
for sure only have 6s.
Oh well, then it's all yours. Look at that. Epic loots for the druid.
Fat loots, thank you.
Look at that.
It's the best drop in the game.
Yeah.
But then I'll delete less items this way, and that'll make Sean happy.
Uh-oh. Hey. Hey there.
Hey. Look at this guy. What's this guy's problem? How's the XP, Fezzik?
I don't. Good. I'm halfway through this level, so I guess good.
Oh, that's good.
All right, let's go. I got rage. I don't want to waste it. Anybody know what this lady's gonna do to us?
Die.
No idea. Yeah, pretty much.
She's gonna do more of that sleep stuff, I'm pretty sure.
I wish I had a cast bar so I could. Oh, there we go. Oh, take it, lady.
I'm asleep. 20 seconds sleep time. 20 is excessive.
That is brutal.
I'm doing all my sounds so people understand why I get invited to dungeons. My lady Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. You could do side bends or serpent shoulders, but please don't do that butt. Oh, that's actually an... Oh my god, I didn't even have shoulders upgrade.
Nice.
Look at that. A white, though. Look at that.
Whatever,
I'll take it.
Any more funny stories?
Oh yeah, from you guys, please.
One of my favorites is the time that I death touched a player.
You did?
Yeah, I did. It wasn't on a retail realm. It was on the test realm. But like, so I needed to test. I needed to test some TCG loot, right?
Yeah, okay.
And so you had to go to Booty Bay to whenever we would release new TCG loot. It was my job to go on the test server and verify that you could get it. So I would go to Booty Bay, and I had codes, and I would just go and get it on a test character. And for whatever reason, like I was really rushed, and I was logged in with my Hortus account, my community manager account, and I go to and I didn't think anybody was on the test server at the time. I thought it was closed, and it turns out there were players there. So I just log in and I go to Booty Bay, and because I didn't think anybody was on the server, I was visible and I didn't have Beastmaster turned on, and I go up and I'm just a naked gnome with a hat on, and I go and I get my TCG loots, and I'm like, okay, this stuff works. And then why am I stunned? Why am I suddenly why am I at the graveyard? Because some guy had seen me. For some reason, he was a level 60, and he was hanging out in Booty Bay on the test server in the middle of the day, and he saw me, and he snuck up behind me, stun locked me, and killed me. I didn't even
awesome.
have time to like to change into God mode or anything, and I was pissed. I was so angry that this guy had done that to me, and so I immediately like rezzed myself, learned Death Touch, targeted him, and killed him before I even realized what I was doing. And when you death touch somebody, it announces to the entire server who did it and who got death touched, right? And so immediately everybody on the forums was up in arms. Like, oh my God, this guy got death touched by Hortus. Hortus is the best. He death touched somebody. Because it was a joke, right? Like it was a test server. Nobody gave a shit.
Right.
And it spread like wildfire. Everybody knew that I had death touched some guy. And I go to the Carver, the lead, and I'm like, so you know, and he's like, did you death touch somebody? I go, yeah, I did. He goes, all right, just don't do it again. Because that was how Carver was. He was like, if it doesn't really fuck anything up, he didn't care.
That's awesome.
The good old days.
Yeah,
That's
the
awesome.
good old days.
That
But
does.
that guy was so proud of himself for one, for killing me, and two, for getting death touched. I think he was more proud of getting death touched than he was.
Yeah, that's right. It's the badge of honor.
That does actually remind me. I worked on a game that was a 3-realm PvP MMO. I won't say which one. You can probably guess based on that. And as my staff account, I accidentally picked up an idol of an enemy realm of a different realm that I was in, and people got kind of notified of that, and it was real bad for a second. I freaked out.
Oh. I also did we did this event where we were testing a battleground or something, and we wanted to get some public input. So we set up the test realm, and we had players come on, and we're like, oh, everybody can come play with Blizzard devs. And this is a boss, right?
Yeah, he drops a shield. Usually.
And so it was the big, I think it was Alderac Valley, because there was like 40 of us.
Ooh.
And I was the one in charge of setting it up. So I go around to everybody in the team, and I'm like, okay, make sure you don't have everything is legit. Like, because we had to level up characters and set characters up for the who can
Look at that, a warlock shield.
NEEB.
warrior shield.
This is a shaman shield.
Look, I'm pretty sure
This is a shaman shield.
No, I don't see
This is
any spirit on there.
Almond
Hey,
milk. Let's
I
do
don't
that
see any
shield.
heals for warriors on there either,
It's-
do I?
Then I see you getting dead is what I see.
I can
Look,
heal. I've got
you can-
heals.
All right, we
Yeah,
should go back the other way. Yeah?
I get druid heals now. Right?
Oh, I see how this works. You'll miss me.
Look, I know that you can't not
you're gonna miss
drag
me.
aggro. So
Sure,
if you don't have me here to deal with that shit, you're gonna just die.
You're just gonna die.
If you were capable of not
If
getting
you're not
aggro,
capable of getting aggro.
my name is Sean.
Listen, can you say this shit? We are trying to make a good impression
Well,
on the
I was-
fucking internet.
And look, and I was telling a funny story about something stupid I did, and instead you had to interrupt here.
It was
And-
not stupid. It was brilliant.
No, it was stupid because
It was brilliant.
I told everybody on the team, like, everything has to be legit. You can't use God mode. You have to, right? And so everybody set up their characters. They logged out of the debug clients and they went into the real clients. and we all got into the game, and we're playing Alderac Valley, and I am fucking kicking ass. I am just slaying people left and right, and I think I am just God's gift to rogues. I'm a gnome rogue, and I could not believe the skill I had. And all of a sudden, people start yelling, "Hey, why can't we target this gnome? Why can't we hurt this gnome?" And because after I had given everybody else the lecture to not have God mode turned on, I had left God mode turned on, and so I was unkillable, and I was just owning everybody and that was the stupid thing I did.
That's great, Shakespeare. How about some fucking aggro control now?
Look, I'm on it.
Shakespeare.
Are you dead? No. Good job, Tank. If it's a fight that you can walk away from, then I did a good job. Adequate.
Fucking barely above the 50th percentile.
You guys need a Snickers or a nap? What are you guys thinking?
Nah, we're good. We're good to go. We're good to go.
This is their normal.
This is the normal. We're good.
How it works.
Though I am low, I'll MP5 up. I'm good. I'm good, brother.
So, Mr. Nasty, all I got from that is you're a dirty cheater. That's all I got.
I was the dirt. Not only was I the dirty cheater, I was the hypocrite who told everybody not to cheat, and then I cheated myself. That's the moral of that story. Is don't be a hypocrite like Buck Nasty.
That's the worst too, because you thought you were just like this amazing player.
Yeah,
you find out you're just a big cheater.
Because everybody had told me, "Oh, Sinister Strike Rogues are super good right now." I'm like, I'm gonna try Sinister Strike Rogue and see how this is. I'm like, this is the greatest spec ever. Why am I not doing this in retail? I am just killing people left and right. Nobody can touch me. It's because nobody could even target me.
They literally couldn't touch you.
Yeah, they couldn't.
Moon Boots, did you get it? Do you have anything? On the spot.
I was sitting here thinking, and I couldn't. I don't know if I was like at the time of my life taking myself too seriously, but I was like sitting here going, I can't think of any funny stories. But then, Almond Milk's story about messing something up. I'm like, well, I've definitely done that, right? During the beta, we got the functionality in for repeatable quests, and we hadn't really used it at all yet. We just knew we could do it, so we could have a quest set up and you could just get it as much as you wanted and complete it, but there were really no rules right yet about how to implement those. But it was kind of just like, hey, if you come up with a great idea for a repeatable quest, put it in and try it out. So I was like, awesome, I'm totally gonna do this, right? And I put a quest in Fellwood, which I think is probably still there. It's just not repeatable anymore. It was a quest where you had to go to this corrupted pool in Fellwood and collect the water in there and then bring it back, and you had to pour it on this cat. It was an undead quest, right? It was
I remember that.
You remember that quest? Okay, yeah, I think it's still in.
The Fellwood repeatable that screwed things up. I remember that.
Yeah, that screwed things up. Yeah, so yeah, spoilers. So I put it in, and yeah, the main mistake I made was that you could do the quest and the reward that you would get was gold, right? If I hadn't done that, but it had just a gold reward on it, and so yeah, I put it in, and the way I put it in was you would actually complete the quest, I think, on the cat itself, and so the cat would spawn and you could complete the quest on it. But if you were fast enough, get the quest giver who was nearby and then run back over and then complete it on the cat again. And so yeah, someone didn't take very long, of course, right? It didn't take them very long to figure out how to do it. And yeah, so the next day they ended up having to pull the beta back almost a full 24 hours because they had gotten 1,000 gold, right? In just a matter it was bad. It was bad. It was good. It was just the beta, right? Anyway, so
just the beta. Yeah, we're good.
There's my story. It's the one I broke.
It's a pretty good story.
I'm stuck in combat, which means I can't loot this chest.
I've been kind of stuck in combat for a while now.
Yeah, this area, I always remember doing that. There's some stuff I think stuck underneath the world.
This is the Averon. Just.
Oh, there's an alligator stuck under the world. I remember.
Yeah.
And it keeps people in combat.
Yep. It's the
Oh,
real
chest.
deal. Oh yay! Of course, like Nightshine got it.
Oh, of course he did. Good
Rude.
job. Good job, Av.
Woo!
If I can't get it, then Av should get it.
A warrior
No.
club.
That's my opinion.
So we have a bunch of questions. I have one from a whisper
Oh.
in general, but let me say this first. So,
Hey, you're the man, Brody. Lead us out.
so for anybody that's currently watching and you're not following, you should probably give all these fine folks a follow. I'll take one too, I guess, if you're just handing them out. Desley, can you, if you're here, do that command?
Got to be snakes.
So that's first.
I got a good sword already.
Thank you, Desley. So second, the question that I got through a whisper long ago, what were some of the challenges to taking a property established in the RTS genre and developing it into an MMO, especially as MMOs were still kind of young to,
It's like
it's a deep
a
question.
big $2 question there.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. I like some of these questions. They're really great.
Define the universe and give 3 examples.
So-
who leads this one out?
Yeah, good
Well,
luck.
I think that's really a hard one for us to answer because we all, me and Sean as quest designers, we came in much later in the process.
Yeah, I could say this though. I could say that my background is hang on. My background is drawing ads to the group here.
Mhm.
I got
Good
you,
at
got
it,
you,
too.
hang on. Apparently, I'm at about 60 M.
Thank you, another JT, for the follow.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Well, please restate the question. I have the attention span of a goldfish, and the goldfish is healing the party right now. was-
Real quick, Nature Cough, Baba Ganoush and Moon Boots were quest designers on WoW. Buck Nasty was a QA analyst and merchandise stuff and 87 other hats, because that's what usually
That's
QA
what we
people
did.
start out and start getting like 87 hats. I am a designer currently, as are a few other people here as well. So there you go.
The question about the RTS connection. So my background was StarCraft and Warcraft 2, right? So I had an appreciation and an understanding, at least, of the roots of how things sort of play together. But our approach was from the lore side. So what we often would do would be take the time to do the, I don't want to say dramatic, but in a sense, Fezzik, dramatic and re-envisioning of what a world looks like based on the perspective of you being a hero compared to like Warcraft 3, where you're sort of being this overlord or this master, like this controller of this controller of a massive amount of units. So we spent a good deal of time focused on like, let's, like, I would say probably like the Plague Lands is a good example of where we really tried to bring to life some of the experiences of the RTS that had some parallels in World of Warcraft. It's kind of a vague answer, but Moon Boots is really right? Our approach, I mean, to be honest, it's, Nightshine. I got you.
Yeah,
Hang on.
Nightshine's over there having some fun.
Yeah, I got it. Uno momento, por favor. Oh, the multitasking.
So,
Hello.
Sean,
Go
I will
ahead.
add to what you were saying.
Please.
Just, I know in the beginning, one of the goals with the game was to make you feel like you had sort of become one of the units.
Yeah.
Like you played Warcraft 3, right? So it was the goal to sort of like, you would
Big hero. I'm
it'd be like a microscope on that, right? Oh, gosh, I keep doing that. Just give like kind of put you down in the game. And I think there are a few quests that are really, really successful at doing that. Like I always felt like counterattack in the Barrens was, it always made me feel a little bit like Warcraft 3 when I was playing WoW. And I think there are a few quests like that are good examples of that. But yeah, like I don't know if that as a goal
Just take a nap
was
real quick here.
carried, past classic, but it was definitely an initial goal for sure, just to sort of capture that same feel.
Yeah, there were definitely things in vanilla that felt like you were part of a game of Warcraft 3. Plague Lands had some of that stuff. Alderac Valley, the original design of Alderac Valley, I felt was very much like you were a unit in a game of Warcraft 3.
For
Agreed.
sure. For sure.
Unfortunately, it was a 12-hour
An
game.
endless battle, yeah.
Yeah. But
Hey, if you really loved it, maybe not a problem. I don't know. I have heard really bad things about being a designer, like crunch time being one of the big ones. Can I give you input on that? I think I think all of us could probably give you input on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, crunch time is a real thing. So like Sean, I don't know what kind of hours you were working when it got towards the end there, but I know I was working like at least 10 to 12 hour days. I was
6
coming
days
in
a
on
week.
I was coming in on the weekend. It was like it takes over your life, right? And it's like this unofficial thing, right? Like I can't come out and say, hey everybody, you have to work these crazy hours, but it's just sort of like this like
but
subtle pressure. Well,
Yeah.
they have to be a little bit more I don't know. I don't know. Maybe back in the day when we were doing it, they were a lot more direct. Like I can remember having those meetings, right? But I'd like to say that the industry is better now, and I don't think I can, right? I don't think it is any better now. I think people are still working crazy hours, and people definitely get burned out. And I know like the average amount of time for a developer is like 5 to 7 years, and then they just leave, right? Because they just can't take it.
I'm ready to pontificate whenever.
Pontificate.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm stunned for 12 seconds anyway, so here we go. Here's how they
loot
get
all
you.
this loot I'll get while you're stunned. Oh, I'm gonna get all this loot while you're stunned.
Here's how they get you. First off, you're crunching because you're passionate about what you do. And trust me when I say everyone on that World of Warcraft team was passionate about what they did. It was not, it was skin off our backs to do it, but it also was because it's hard to complain about shit you love and doing the shit you love. But that said, crunch I've always felt is a product of poor time management.
Yeah.
Whether it's you're promising too much or you're being asked to do too much, whatever the case, it is an issue of poor management. And in our case, it was just simply we had so much that we wanted to do that we just simply could not. We didn't have enough time in the world to put it in. At the end of the day, making games is hard.
Mm.
And when you have a bunch of passionate people, this is. I have to say, working on World of Warcraft is probably one of the greatest privileges of my life. So I do not look back at the crunch as being horrible, but it was horrible. It was at the end of the day, and anyone who says otherwise is a liar. I'm sorry. No, I'm done.
Hey, totems. We need
Totems,
so they don't run away. Sean, I feel exactly the same, right? Like I can look back and say that the amount of time that I was working was crazy, right? Because it was. But we all did it willingly, right? Like they said, hey, all these hours, and we were like, yes, please. Sign me up, right?
I do it again too. I'm that. In fact, one of the current Candace Thomas, I think, posted something on Twitter. Was like, what could you do? Well, if you could do something from development again, what would you? And I responded, I would do another 2 years on World of Warcraft Classic and Burning Crusade in a New York minute.
Yeah, so would I.
Yeah.
So would I. It was a good time.
It was.
Before there was a question up above, but I'm gonna Buck Nasty. You got anything to say?
QA, it's just kind of an expected thing. You do a lot, and part of it is that everybody in QA is underpaid, and overtime is very welcome. So you would work 10 or 12 hours a day, and we're happy to do it because everybody there is super passionate about the game in the beginning, right? Like that's why you get into that thing is because you want to work on games so bad that you're willing to do it in QA.
I need a mana break after this, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be good for me too.
For Wrath of the Lich King, it was 6 days a week, 10-hour days for 6 months, and that was keeping crunch down to only 60 hours a week.
I'm getting up my staff skill here. This one that ran away.
All right, do not pull. Stop.
Why
Thank
don't you tell me what to do?
You're not my
my
mom.
dad.
All right, let me. And I can't drink my melon juice, so I'm gonna have to old school this. I'm gonna take I personally watch this new thing I have here. I'm going to take a personal timeout, a mini
Oh,
intermission,
look at that.
and here's what happens when this happens.
I'm ready. Oh, look at that. You have the power.
He
I don't know that that tells me that you're not there. It actually makes me think that that's your avatar.
has like personal power ups that he
Uh-huh.
he can activate while he's on his stream.
My
Regarding
rage is decaying right now.
it's
Sean.
decayed.
While you power up,
While he powers up.
I'm powering down.
Do we ever see something bad in the game now and get bad flashbacks? No, it's all good. Like any flashbacks that I end up getting they're all positive, right? I have such fond memories of the team and the game, and like it might sound like super cheesy, but it is true. You know, like even as much as we were working, there was, and I've worked on quite a few teams since working obviously on WoW, but there was something about the team. Everyone just cared so much. Everyone was always doing their best. There was just such an incredible sense of, like team spirit and teamwork. And when we weren't working on the game, we were playing the game, right? Like we would break for lunch and we would all play WoW together, right? Like it was just this like magical thing that happened. And I don't have a single bad memory of working on this game. Like, like Sean said, even the worst day is still better than some of the the days I've had at other companies. So
Yeah.
Hi. All right,
Hey,
hey,
thank
welcome
you.
back.
Thank you. I'm good. I'm good to go.
So to go back to the crunch thing, yes, crunch sucks. I've actually like had relationship falter from crunch, personal like health from crunch, and you're kind of expected to do it. Nowadays, I actually have told every boss that I've ever had that I won't really do it anymore. So I'm actually like the lead now, so I get to help determine that whether or not that happens, which is a plus. So I think on a smaller team you could probably have a better culture for crunch, but you know it all depends.
Yeah, I make it my personal mission to not let anybody who works for me crunch now.
Here. Agreed. It
That's
is
awesome.
not. It is typically not the company. It is the people. People define cultures. A crunch situation is the reflection of leaders or executives making
Thanks, Strafe.
decisions at the end of
How
the
you doing,
day
buddy?
that they should be held accountable for.
Yeah.
And I don't mean getting fired or any bullshit like that. I'm just saying, planning. It helps.
Yeah.
All
Sorry,
right.
boss.
We ready for Cobra?
Real quick, one of the questions
yeah.
before
Yeah,
we
yeah.
start this one that was way up there and it's now
Oh, yeah.
passed. JT, I'm gonna ask you to actually tell me whether or not you mean specifically at Blizzard for games that people that are made that you wish you worked on. That's the question. Are there any games that you wish you'd worked on but didn't? So I'm asking you at Blizzard specifically or in general? And then I'm gonna rebuff people. In general.
general, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Any of you can answer that. I'll go last.
There's a game that I desperately wish I'd worked on, and it is called No One Lives Forever. I love that game so much, and it's just so goofy and weird. And unfortunately, it's like abandonware, and the copyright is in a weird place, so like they can't re-release it.
Appreciate
but
you,
it's
Strafe.
still
You have a good one,
one of my
buddy.
favorite games of all time, and the idea of working on that goofiness would just thrill me.
How about you, Moon Boots?
I
have an answer. I do have an answer.
Yeah, I don't know if I have an answer. I mean, I feel like I don't know if I've ever really looked at it that way, right? Like I think it's just because I just love games in general, and anything that I get to work on, I'm just really happy to be there, right? Because I feel like it's a privilege, right? It's sort of like living the dream, and not that many people get to do it. And so like, and I have, I get to say, hey, you know what, I used to write quests for WoW, and I've worked on The Sims, and I feel like those are, sort of, that's awesome that I can put my name to that, right?
Agreed. Agreed. I will say this though, there is I've been fortunate. I've been lucky. Luck must be present to win though. But I've been a part. I've been present at some amazing shit. I've been a party to some amazing shit, and I've been a leader of some amazing shit. But one thing I regret having missed the opportunity to have done, which it will never be done, is the World of Darkness MMORPG. Is in fact that is something I came super close to locking down to be able to do. But for whatever reason, many projects fall apart. That is my favorite intellectual property of all time. MMORPGs are that's my medium, right? That's my ballywick, right? That's where I feel most comfortable designing, thinking, creating. That would have been incredible. But if it is a Blizzard property, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Hearthstone.
Yeah.
But I'm glad, and to a certain extent, I'm glad also I didn't. And maybe I'll explain that one day. But like Eric Dodds and Ben Brobe, aces across the board. I mean, and their whole team and everyone involved, right? But those are the two I glom to pretty consistently when it comes to Hearthstone.
So
sorry,
we can pull this, and I'll answer while we're fighting.
All right.
No, yes.
There's one game I wish I hadn't worked on.
Oh.
That is the Britney Spears game.
Oh.
Because never ever work on a game with a fucking pop star is what I gotta say. That was a nightmare.
That is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I have screenshots still of the albums I made.
We are winning
playing
this
your
Tango.
game.
Oh, the albums you made were not nearly as interesting as the albums the artists on our team made. They made some amazing stuff with that really limited album maker. Oh, look at that fancy robe
Oh,
for some cloth caster.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what's up with the 2 strength on that?
You just
Anyone-
want to be
anyone have a
stronger. It's
guess?
fine.
that's tank lock. Tank lock. That's a tank lock build.
It's so you can carry.
Hi,
more
Miss
stuff.
Tango. We are winning. How are you? So my answer with that changed over the years, because before WoW came out, when Warcraft 3 was like my life, it used to be anything Blizzard. Like at one point it was like anything Blizzard. Blizzard. And then actually when I started thinking about it and I became a designer, and I was like, I don't want that. I actually don't want to know how the sausage is made, nor do I want to work on that. I just want to enjoy it. So I didn't like, over time I was like, I don't want to work at Blizzard. I never want to do that. So at one point it was working on Warcraft in some way. But then over time it changed. I would have loved to work on Company of Heroes. The World War II RTS. That actually I wanted to go to Relic for a long time, and Vancouver, Canada is what's stopped me from applying.
Mm.
Already cleared that.
What specific? Just to probe a little bit. Having actually, my last gig was leaving the United States and worked in Canada for 2.5 years. Any particular reason why it was kind of a showstopper? I'm always curious about decisions like that.
I think comfort zone. Like, my first job was moving across the country, and it was a lot. And, you know, moving upwards across the country and into a new one, I was like, I didn't know that I was ready for it at the time.
Where's Sean?
Yeah. Oh shit! I'm standing here just kind of chatting.
There's this command
Where'd
type
everyone go?
slash
Oh,
follow.
Okay. Yeah, go jump down. Yeah, right there. Right there. Oh, wait, go back. Go back. Go
I
back.
cannot.
Yeah. There.
Slash
Here.
follow.
Yep.
Sir.
Use the
I
legend.
cannot believe you just fucking leave the healer behind.
Slash
Whatever.
follow.
I did it again. I
Um.
look up and there's no one there.
Other way.
So
And then
no,
and then go. No, not that way.
Other
Yeah,
way.
there you go.
your other
The
left.
other way. The other
The water.
way.
Go to the water.
Hang on. Which way? No. No, this way, go this way. Do I go to the water?
Do I?
Yes.
Go to the water.
Do I have to
There is
teach?
an arrow on the map that points to us.
Look at there's an icon on the map that
You
has
can
like
also
this.
see my big X.
Hey, Grandpa.
Are you done?
Grandpa.
Are you done?
No, far
I
from
saw
it.
the X. I
Far,
started.
far from it. Far from it. I will never ever be done.
Grandpa, do you want me to teach you how to use your phone next? The computer phone?
Click my computer.
Oh no.
Executive privilege.
No.
Executive privilege.
Group leader, Master Looters turning on.
Shut. Fine. God. Oh, the shame of having to put it on myself.
Okay. So next
All right, we're good,
question
we're fine.
is very specific to the
Brody's like,
crunch
enough of that,
question.
enough of that.
The crunch question was, it was a lot, and here's the next one to it. Do you think that it would help by becoming unionized?
I have very strong opinions about this.
Yeah, me too.
Who you want to lead out? Yeah, you lead out, brother Bob.
I would definitely say that that unionization should be at various levels in the game industry, and that's speaking as somebody who's now in management
Look
and
for
wouldn't be
the
eligible
union
for it.
label.
Yeah, as a child of a union family, I believe very strongly in the power of unions.
Concur 100%. My dad was a union carpenter in addition to being a Marine. I learned a whole bunch about collective bargaining and the power of people coming together. It's not, yes. Let me tell you something. Crunch would be a thing of the past once unions start. It would be done because the overtime costs alone would be show-stopping.
I violently agree with both of you.
Yeah. Here's the trick, right? Here's the trick related to this. It's a creative business, and in many states, it's these companies have basically the ability to let you go for any reason whatsoever. I mean, unfortunately I've done it in positions of management myself, where it's like we're letting this person go, and we really don't need a reason to to tell them other than the company is moving in a different direction, right? And that's it would benefit a lot of people to have a lot more regulation, and I do lean toward the concept of it being about unions in the business, just so that everyone is on an equal playing field. But I am biased, and I think that's the case for a lot of other industries as well.
Yeah.
It seems kind of silly that an industry like video games, which is the NBA, the NFL, the Major League Baseball, soccer, all wrapped into one and then some, as far as revenue is concerned, and impact on culture, and the list goes on. And we don't have unions. We never had unions, right? And money is being made hand over fist.
Mm-hmm.
I will stop there.
Blizzard
Sorry, go
is unique in that they're one of the few companies where everybody is hourly now. They made that change back in response to the
Was it
Rockstar.
EA Spouse?
Yeah,
Oh,
the EA
Rockstar?
spouse. No, it's the EA Spouse thing.
EA Spouse, yeah.
Unless you are a manager, you're hourly. Even their engineers, and so that hit crunch really hard for Blizzard specifically. But Blizzard is unique in the industry for that particular reason.
Blizzard, as far as companies that I have worked at, and I've worked at a fair bunch, that treated its employees well in regards to crunch, Blizzard made good efforts. It wasn't like let's say if we were unionized, it wouldn't have been on the same level of compensation, but they tried. They made an effort, right? They made an effort where a handful of companies haven't. So
yeah. They single-handedly kept some some catering companies in business during the recession because they were providing overtime food for everybody during Burning Crusade and Lich King development. There was a local
fear,
catering
that's
company
fun.
that thanked us specifically because without all of the overtime food that Blizzard was ordering, they would have gone out of business.
That's rough.
Yeah. As far as the union questions go and crunch time goes, and I find that it is much more a problem in the United States than say, because I worked on the Sim Social, and that was over in London, and no one crunches there, right? Like,
yeah.
I would end up staying late just because like I loved being in the office when it wasn't busy and I could like quietly catch up on my email, but like that was not a common thing to do. Like 6 o'clock rolls around and everybody would go home, right? And
Yep.
to lay someone off there is a process that you legally have to follow
Yeah.
in order to, like, you have to make them redundant, and then you have to give them like 6 months notice. Like there's this whole process you have to go through, and it's very, very different than the United States.
The studio I worked with recently is in London, and yeah, at 6 o'clock, everybody packs up.
Mm-hmm.
Even in my time in Canada, it was a much more relaxed work ethic. We did begin some sort of the only thing I could describe it as really a baby crunch, and it was I don't mean this to be trivialize the conversation, but it was kind of adorable, right? The crunch, which was, oh shit, hang on, you need to, oh no, you're good, but yeah, this seems endemic of United States culture, at least as far as the video game creative industry is concerned. Cloth. Ooh, lots of cloth dropping tonight.
Speaking of catering, my company currently, we get catered lunch every day, and it's like, it's not necessarily for us. It's to make sure that we don't leave.
Yeah, that's it. Because otherwise, people take an hour for lunch, and if the lunch is catered, they only take a half hour for lunch.
Yeah, if that. I actually usually stay
or
at
they
my
work at their
desk.
desks,
Yeah.
right? Like,
yeah, that's usually what I do.
There were a few.
Nature
sorry,
Cop actually has a he says he wants to become a developer and he has no idea how to become one. And here's the important part that I want to focus on. He says, nor could I afford the education for it, but it's a dream job. And I want to tell you right now, don't go out and get yourself a game dev degree. Like,
Nope.
that's not something you
that.
need. Don't do it.
This is the advice that I tell everybody who asks me this question, that wants to be a game developer. Don't.
I say the same thing.
Instead, go and learn like a high demand, high paying, low effort job. Like become, I don't know, an architect or something like that, or plumber. A plumber's a great one. Something that you can you always have a job, and ideally a union one, so that you're never working a whole lot of hours. And then instead, use the ample free time that you have to go develop your own games on your own time.
Yeah.
That way, you are always the one making your own decisions. You're never listening to some suit who's going to tell you that they need to get your ARP DAO up, and so you can't do the thing you want to do. You'll be making your own creative decisions. You'll be on your own time, and you don't need to go and get a game dev degree. Like, most of those are worthless. Everything you need to know about developing games, you can learn online for free. Like, just
or for very little.
Or for very little, yeah. Like a $10 Udemy course will teach you so much more than spending a year at a game dev college, right? Especially because most of them are just concerned with making money.
Nature. What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Also, like,
Let me get in
slightly
on this
different.
question, by the way.
Yeah, go
Let me
for it.
get in on-
Yeah, because I give slightly different advice. It's along the same lines, but it's different.
When I hire designers, I always look for people who have versatility. Yes, there'll be things that you will specialize in, right? But I want look, my degree, I went to school and studied theater and drama. And honestly, that shit was more helpful than I think a lot of things that are currently offered at Full Sail. Communication, the ability to hold a conversation, the ability to get an idea out of your head and get someone excited about it, the ability to get to get numbers to work in concert with story is these are things that you learn through life experience. These are things that you learn by being that plumber that like Bob said, this makes anyway, I can preach a lot, but it is difficult to really pontificate and heal.
Yeah, yeah.
By the
main
way,
thing is, if you want to be a dev right now, you can go and be a dev today. Like, go and download Unity or download RPG Maker or any of a number of free tools that are there for making video games, and just start doing it. And you will get a whole lot farther than going to school and learning a bunch of academic stuff.
Well, assuming you
Adam.
have some self-discipline, because I think that's the
Yeah.
challenge of doing things on your own, is you have to be the one that sort of keeps yourself on track.
Right.
The advice that I typically give to people is like, if someone comes to me and says, "Hey, I'm going to college, I want to make games, what should I do?" I always tell them to get a computer science degree,
Yeah.
because that way you can make games. You'll never regret having that degree,
Yep.
even if you become a designer, because you'll understand so much more about how the game is actually built. And then if the making games thing doesn't really work out, you have a very in-demand skill
Yeah.
and you can go work on other types of software, or you could do that like while you're looking for the game job, go get a job, working on some, just any kind of software, right? And then you work on getting that game job on the side, right? Because that usually takes a while. Most people don't just walk into that. It takes a lot of work if you want to work in games, and
you don't need anyone's permission, any class, any professor,
Yeah.
anyone's permission to make a game. Just do it.
There are no
Just go out
gatekeepers
and
anymore.
figure it out. Yeah.
There's no real barrier of entry. You can just go and make a game.
And the thing I think we should add as well is that if applying to game jobs, no one is looking for, does this person have a degree in game development? No one's looking for that.
Bingo.
I don't know a single hiring manager that is looking for that.
I mean, it gives me an idea of the background, but it's not even been a tiebreaker, right? It's always been about the person. It's always been about their experience. It's always been about what they bring to the table in the areas you need. Yeah.
Right. I've always sort of looked at it as like getting a film degree, right? Like you can get a degree in film, but it doesn't mean you're going to be a great filmmaker, right? There are too many things that go into it, and the experience that you're going to get in school is just not enough to make you a great game maker. So why not just learn the skills on your own time, right? And make your own stuff.
Yeah, that's what I say. And to add to what Moonboots was saying, if you're going to get a computer science degree, become a network engineer, because holy shit, they get paid buckets of money and can just name their own terms. They're so hard to find a good network engineer. Like half of the ones I work with work from home in their pajamas every day and are bringing home like $250,000 a year. It's crazy how hard it is to find network engineers. Even a mediocre one can just name his price and name how much money, or name his working conditions.
Make friends with your engineering team. Make friends with those folks. They are just as invested as you creatives in making a good game, and they're just as creative as you in their own ways. That's a lesson.
I'll leave this next question for people with better mustaches than me. How much time is required for game developers to maintain their mustaches?
A surprising amount, honestly. This doesn't just happen. It's
I have been taking. I have been trained by the best. I go to Pretty Town all the time. I have a Pretty Town. I live with my Pretty Town coach, and I have I switched from the Van Dyke, which is just sort of like this shit here, to the Franz Joseph through here. It's my elder look, and it is you got you got to pay attention to your craft.
How about you, Moon Boots? How hard is it to maintain your mustache?
Unfortunately, it's not a subject I know a ton about, but maybe I should take some classes.
It's not necessarily a skill for everybody, I don't think.
So on that note, I am officially Blizzard's Grand Funk Mustache Marshal.
Oh.
because when we did Burning Crusade, we had a mustache growing contest, and it started like almost everybody in QA was
Oh,
growing
heck
a mustache, and I was one of like 3 people who made it to the end and still had my mustache, and I won the title Grand Funk Mustache Marshal.
I got a
Oh,
picture.
real
That's
quick,
amazing.
there is a little raid happening here. I normally do a raid video, so at least my screen will do a raid video while it's happening. Raids are people coming
Wow,
on
this
over
is
and
fun.
hosting.
What is
And-
this time?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit, peanut butter jelly time! Oh, it helps me hit the right button. Dance. There we go.
So, just for you fine streamers who are currently here, basically, if somebody like ends their stream, they kind of host and raid people and bring all their community over here. So, my buddy Evil Notion here did that with his viewers who were watching him. And I have a raid video if you haven't seen it, where it has me dancing with my face over Macklemore's face for a dance-off video, and that's why we dance here. Hey, Evil Notion, welcome. Thank you, everybody who came on over. I appreciate you. And also, thanks for the resub, Evil Notion. You're so good. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Welcome, everybody. Currently, Sideways, thank you for the resub. You guys are 18 months. You guys are dumb. No offense. All due respect. 18 months. I don't know why you're still doing it, but I appreciate you anyway. Sideways, welcome, buddy. So for anybody, Nightshade, thanks for the host. For anybody that doesn't know what's going on here, who is new from over here from Evil Stream, these fine folks that I am here with, co-streaming with, are all former WoW vanilla devs. And so they're here answering questions. I say words occasionally in regards to some things. So if you have any questions you want to know about WoW, WoW vanilla, Blizzard, favorite colors, what people like to do for fun. I didn't ask you. Anything that people would like to do for fun, ask away, and we will try to get to it in various fashions. So look,
Who
it
needs
would.
elixirs of giant growth?
Oh, hook me up.
Start burning through this shit here.
Thanks for the follow, Nature Cop.
I want to be big.
Oh, what is that?
I need to
Thank you.
delete something out of my inventory.
Nature cough. Woo!
Nature
look at-
Cop,
look
thanks
at
for the
all
follow, buddy.
Follow T Big Z.
Or
91.
Pythus. I think. Thank you, Diggs.
Yeah, so anybody who's
D Big 91. I think I'm reading that right.
D-Bigs
Yeah.
91, yep. So for anybody that who is already following me and you're not following these 3 fine folks, if you could do that for me, that'd be great. They're actually all really great
Thank
people, and I wouldn't actually lie in regards to this. Normally I might, but I'm not right now.
The coils of
All
death
right.
will crush you.
Now,
Well, I know,
all,
I'm
these,
scared.
all these guys are supposed to be Cobra Commander, right?
Miss Tango, you told me you were going to, or look into it. Are we excited for Borderlands 3? I personally am super excited for it, and I will be playing it this weekend.
Thanks for the follow, Wolf77.
Let me get a breath here after this.
During the
Oh,
boss fight. During the boss fight.
I didn't. I wanted to pack the max.
My manners.
Cat Cow,
Lord.
thank you so much for the
Oh,
host.
look at
That
this.
armor of the Fang. That looks like it's got Baba Ganoush written all over.
Well,
Is it? Is it really?
It's either druid or shaman
Oh,
usually.
I am a.
Oh
horrible-
no. Oh no, you're good. You want this Fezzik? I'm good.
I mean,
No.
I wouldn't turn it down, but
Yeah,
I also
I'm
am not
passing.
18.
Where?
Yeah, I
where is-
closed it. You take it.
Where is Cobran? I know we killed him, but I didn't pick up his gem.
I think he was the one right.
Cat Cow,
before
thank
we
you so
jumped
much for the host.
off.
Yeah, we jumped.
Maybe we do this again.
How you doing, Cat Cow?
Yeah,
afterwards, because
we
you
might
know,
have to.
yeah, because it's probably a good
'Cause
idea.
My inventory is full, and so when I got
Oh,
that,
we could
I
sell. We could sell and then come back, and
didn't. Yeah.
that way folks
really-
could intermiss for a moment. And
Yeah, that might be a good idea. 'cause
What are we
I could-
doing?
I could use some food. Well, no, we're not doing anything right this minute. But
Best
I'm
things in
after
life
we
for
finish this
free,
stuff, I missed
but
a
you can
quest
give
item
them to the
because I'm
birds
a
and
boob.
bees. I want money.
So two things for me. 1 second. You guys fight. I'm just gonna ignore that. You can
got it.
you can do it without me. I had somebody who donated to me because he's overly nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So Stoven donated $10 and said, "We are not dumb, jerk, but maybe I'm slow." Stoven, I don't think that you're that dumb. I appreciate you, Stoven. You're too nice to me, Stoven. I appreciate you. Stoven, are you using the flask? That's the first question. Second, Tango Tech had a question. Tango Tech
Yes.
is also, he was a dev. He kind of does dev still. His question is, I'd like to hear about the tools you had as quest designers. Did you enter the quest data, or did you also modify spawn definitions and or world editing? That was a dev nerd question.
Yeah.
Oh, I have. Oh, and that's such an awesome question. I'm gonna because Tango Tech remembers hopefully the tool we used.
Oh,
to
I remember
enter-
that tool too.
Yeah. SimDoc. Ours was called on the project we worked on. It was called SimDoc. Ours, however, was called WoW Edit. Moonbooch, do you wanna start or?
You want me to sing the praises?
Yeah,
Because
and I'll chime
wow,
in. I'm
wow
feeling
Edit is the best game tool
balls.
set I've ever used. ever.
I
in
will
my
say real
entire
quick,
career.
part of that is because they're like merging it from like Warcraft 2, StarCraft, Warcraft 3, and then moving everything they've learned there to the WoW, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, like they definitely had learned a lot of lessons of, you know, like ways not to do things, right? But they understood the value of making the tools really easy to use for the designers, because the better your tools are, the faster you can put in content, and so you can add more content, and it will be better because you have more time to iterate. And so yeah, WoW Edit is just, you know, I still remember the you know, the game that I worked on after WoW and the tool set, you know, and I'm getting there's a designer that's sort of walking me through how everything works, and there's a lot of things that are similar, right? And then so he explains to me, you know, how things respond and all that, and I'm like, okay, well, all right, well, how, you know, if I have a quest and I spawn this guy for the quest, how do I, you know, make him do something? Like, can I make him say something or walk over here? And he just kind of looks at me and he's like, oh yeah, we can't do that.
Aww.
It's like, yeah, well, you know, maybe you could set up some triggers. Like, it just became this like really complicated thing, and I'm like, oh dear, you know, like, just so many things that we had at least I had no perspective on, right? Because I'd never been a designer before, and using WoW Edit, it was so easy to use, and anything that I wanted to do, we could come up with a way to do it. It was just, it was wonderful. It really was.
I will say, we were able to add a lot of stuff. It was only really limited by our ability to understand technology, frankly, and time. Some things, some of the abilities that were added along the way were very complicated to use, but they would get revised and they would get simpler to use. But oftentimes we would just be plowing ahead with the next big thing that we had to pay attention to. But I will say this about the value of WoW Edit compared to the company I next work for, where
Your story's worse than mine.
multi-million-dollar, well, let's just say for the sake of argument, we'll call these things champions, for whatever reason, right? We're administered, edited by Notepad. That's right. Not even fucking Word. It was a goddamn text file loaded up on Notepad. At least to start. Like, you know, after a while, it did get a little better. But that's the truth. That's the truth right there. Well, Edit, I mean, again, engineers, a lot of love. When you're able to communicate properly with someone who can help enact a
Come
vision,
back this way.
I'm following.
Naturecoff, real quick, thank you
Naturecoff,
so
thank
much
you.
for the
Yeah.
250 embers. I
Yeah,
appreciate you,
thank
buddy.
you.
when all disciplines are working in harmonious concert, great
Thank
shit
you so
happens,
much.
and that's
I appreciate
that's
it.
WoW Edit. You know who the master of WoW Edit was? But before I'm gonna hand it over to Buck, but the master of WoW Edit, Moon Boots, was Pat Nagel, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Oh
At least I
yeah.
learned so much. Everyone was good at what they did. Everyone had their own sort of shtick. Pat Nagel was just
Hey, same to you,
he
Whisper.
got it.
Hopefully
He
you can hear me. I
grokked
appreciate
that
you.
tool better than anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, Pat pretty much taught
I'm assuming
me,
that's why I
you
haven't
know,
seen you
anything
too
that I
much,
wanted
and
to
I
do.
understand.
My first stop was, you know, I'd kind of write it out, and I'd go in Pat's office, and I would say, "Hey, here's what I want to do. I'm not really sure where I should start with that." And I would just sit with him, and he would, you know, talk back and forth with me. We would
Yeah.
come up with an idea, and I would just go back and implement it. Right? Yeah, good times.
Yeah. How did you ever get to interact with WoW Edit in your capacity, Buck?
I got to use it just a little bit. I never actually did anything useful with it, but I got some training on how to use it. And one thing that I will say
hear you,
about it is
Whisper.
that as good as it was when you guys worked on it, it's only gotten better because they devoted an entire team of devs just to improving and maintaining WoW Edit. So it's an even better tool now than it was back in vanilla.
Right. I will add that is the secret, right? If you're going to sort of evaluate your team for how good the tools are, you absolutely need a full-time person on the tools.
Yeah.
And it was the reason why at the next place that I worked after working on WoW, it was the reason that they didn't have very good tools, is right, because they were sharing those engineers with other things.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, well, maybe I can put that in 2 weeks, right?
And
Oh,
those
shit.
Hey guys, I brought a
always-
friend.
Oh shit! Out of mana. So want to add to this conversation, but I've got issues here. Buck, use a potion.
I've got him.
All right. Thank you, Fezzik.
I use my health stone, so if somebody can throw me one when they get
Yeah,
a chance.
me too. I got heals again. All right. The reason why I think we had success as we did with the game I worked on before World of Warcraft, which was Horizons, Empire of Astaria, and I will look to Brody Man and Tango Tech.
Oh
on
shit!
this
I
is
don't
that
have any space. Hold on.
Space.
we had a human being specifically
Okay, try
dedicated to
again.
working on tools. Richard Wu, I believe his name was, and he was focused exclusively on SimDoc. And that way we actually got good traction on the shit we needed. At times it was just me and Richard sitting down and me saying, here's the thing I need to do. I need to be able to copy and paste a bunch of resource zones. The boom, right? And we were able to work back and forth in that regard. And because he was exclusively dedicated to it and not having to do a whole bunch of other things, the tool never got deprioritized, and we were able to do things that, frankly, I don't think a lot of other MMOs around that time were able to do. I'm still impressed with some of the good shit going on with that game. But anyway,
Don't go attack that guy.
I was thinking about it for fun.
Don't do it. Yeah.
I think somebody aggroed a guy behind us,
That's probably me.
and I'm asleep, so
All
I'm
right.
doubly asleep.
I'm gonna heal.
Wow.
thank you, Fezzik. Oh, Nightshine, I got you.
There we go. Get off of her. There we go.
The reason I brought up Warcraft 3 and Warcraft 2 is like I have made a lot of
2 more behind me.
levels in those different games, and I have asked for tools based on the editors of those games. So I can only assume that like the stuff that was in those is like, hey, this is probably a lot that we've added to the WoW tools. Scraps, how's it going,
I mean,
buddy?
Blizzard is you know they are very good at tools, right? So you know even before WoW Edit, right, the tools for Warcraft 3 were released to the community, and that's the same tool set that was used by all the designers, right?
I'm assuming so. It was really in depth and amazing.
Yeah, no, I mean it was, and the only documentation that existed for that tool was
drink.
written by
Let me
someone in
drink.
QA.
Let me drink.
That makes sense. Documentation overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Earlier
well, it was
said
kind of
drink.
like they wanted to give it to the community, but they didn't want to deal with, like tech support for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was one of the guys that I worked in QA with. He wrote like a lot of the documentation for it so that the players would have something.
Oh shit, I am so full here. Hang on.
Real quick,
Yes.
Nature Cough. Every Tuesday, this group will be here doing things. Everybody else has various schedules. That if you follow them, you might be able to see their various schedules. But for this specific Tuesdays,
Rude. We got a Yahoo.
Doesn't he know who you are?
Don't you know who I am? I was on Broadway.
I did summer stock.
I was the lead tenor for the New Mexico Opera Company. Sorry. I like to quote movies.
what about movies that people have seen?
Yeah. What about movies that are everything's a remix, Brody man. You should know this shit that I am quoting.
I mean, usually I do. I don't know what that was. Maybe if I was 40 years
was,
older.
By the way, a really abstract quote. It was from the original producers.
Oh.
With
well,
Zero
yeah,
Mostel.
yeah,
Gene
40
Wilder.
years older, like I said.
The original. Much like, actually, Brody, man, let's actually, now that we have a public audience here, I want you to air your grievances with World of Warcraft. You have 3 developers here. Tell us how you have such a, oh my gosh, I'm loving life. I'm grinding in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I have seen the captions on your
You have the
Your
floor,
stream.
Brody, man. Tell us.
No, that's not fair to me, first of all.
All right.
Second of all, look, the grinding isn't called an MMO. If you ask anybody who has ever played games with me, specifically ask Tango, the games that require me to do the same thing over and over and over again, I'm just like, shoot me in the face. Like, actually, every time in the face. Yeah, calm down, Tango. And so, the first time I went through this game, I'm like, oh, I can handle this because it's Warcraft and it's nostalgia and it's like, oh, it's new and it's interesting. And then I killed the same mob 87 times. And then I was like, oh, hey, that's pretty cool. I'm going to kill the second mob 83 times and then do that. And then I got to Dead Mines and I was like, oh, this game is really interesting and fun. And then it went downhill from there until I discovered PvP.
All right. That's
Were you
very
playing by
fair.
yourself all those times?
No, I had friends, but, you have to like your friends.
Don't I know it?
Yeah. Have you died once? And the answer is no.
Nobody has died. Thank you, Tank. Good job.
You mean thank you, Tank Lock?
Nope.
Nightshine probably has more absorbed DPS than you, fucking almond milk.
Wow.
his name just makes it so much better when you get angry.
I know. I'm burning through a lot of mana healing this warlock.
Does anybody else have any questions? Did I miss any of the questions? Specifically, Sean asked me about, do I have any grievances? Because he heard me complaining about Torrens yesterday and why you have to run 87 hours to get to the crossroads. Like, why
That's right.
was that a thing that needs to happen?
No, he's asleep in front of the chest.
And this is oh no.
Okay, go ahead.
Did I get it?
Your inventory's full anyway.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I aggroed.
Oh,
All
that's
right,
fine.
you get the rest. You get the rest.
My inventory's full too.
Shit.
Just
Alright,
delete
someone
stuff
delete
out of
that
it.
chest.
Yeah, I'll go delete more stuff
No.
out of my inventory. Second.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can delete these forest caps. That's okay. That's acceptable.
I actually abandoned 2 quests that had like quest items in my bag, so I can
Wow.
have 2 more slots.
I'll just be asleep again. Scraps, fishing is kind of zen, though. I actually have no issue with fishing.
I like fishing. I like trade skills a lot.
Yeah, trade skills are great.
Knitting is fun, especially in a multi. No, specifically in a multiplayer setting. Oh,
It
moon boots.
burns. It burns. Help me.
Let me have a drink after this, Mr. Milk.
Especially engineering. Engineering is the best trade skill in WoW.
And the most useful.
Okay, nobody ever said that in their life.
Oh,
Wow.
upgrade.
Ha-
That's right. Here we go.
Having
Who's getting it?
mastered engineer, I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
No one has ever said it's the most useful.
Look, being
Oh,
able to
Baba
enlarge
Ganoush
the world.
won.
I can't do it while I'm in combat. Mother push bucket. Son of a bitch. I can't clear up an inventory space. There we go.
Okay, so 2 questions here. I'm gonna go with the first one because it is close to my heart after re-leveling. Why didn't you offer a decent bag as a reward when you have all these collect 8 livers and 14 fins and 20 fangs and whatever Westfall stupid nonsense happens? Where's your... I know.
Because player tiers leveled him up. That's what devs feed off of is player tiers.
That sounds about
Oh,
right.
See, you're saying tears,
I
T-E-A-R-S.
thought you meant T-I-E.
I also thought
Yeah,
that.
so did I. I
I-
thought you were getting all like, you know.
I thought you were talking about crafting.
No,
No. I didn't understand it because you said T-I-E-R-S, but when you said tears, oh, absolutely. The tears feed me.
that just tastes so good. Oh, so sweet.
Oh, so salty sweet. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, so good. Oh, so good.
Taste your tears.
Oh, I eat it with my crunch dinners. Oh,
Your crunch dinners.
oh, so good.
Huh.
Out of my meat buckets. It's so good. It's a slap in the face to all developers that question was asked.
Oh, you get a special level up every time somebody says something's a slap in the face.
Yeah.
That feels so good.
I do have legitimate answers to this, but the adult in the room of the quest designer should probably speak to this effect first.
Are you talking about me? Do I get to be the
I guess.
adult?
You are
Oh,
always
wow.
the adult in the room with me.
All right. I mean, like, it's like anything that is.
Wait, who
Wait,
looted
what?
the weed
sorry.
over here?
Weed?
My whole reason
Oh
to
yeah,
kill
we
that
need to
guy
talk
was
about
to
more
weed.
important things like Serpent Bloom. So
Yeah,
hang on,
Serpent.
put
That was
on
me.
hold.
I
Damn
I
it.
am gonna totally finish this quest before you.
Oh, all right. Back to
Back to bags.
Back to
space.
bags.
back to back
Yeah,
space.
so I mean,
How dare
the
you,
scarcity is one
Genesis.
way to make things feel valuable, right?
Oh,
so,
guys, I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not
That's
there.
probably for the best. It's fine.
So,
Oh, shit.
That's what I always used to say when I was working on WoW. The best
Pretty
thing
much
that could ever
naturally.
happen in WoW is that a bag drops, right? It was like the rarest loot, and it was always super amazing.
Bob, stop.
When it dropped. Yeah, it was one of those moments that you have to.
Thank
Alright,
you.
So we need
You
to
have to be
dismiss our
willing to
guest
keep
here.
some things away from players if you want to give them that moment of that moment of victory. And I think, like, I think they decided to go back on that decision later, right? And then bags
they-
became much easier to come by. But then they're not as special when they drop, right?
I think for folks who are wondering why things are so rough and I'm not using this as an excuse, but you really do need to understand the context of where MMORPGs were 15 years ago, right? This game is an inspired iteration of. Hang on.
Hold on. Can you do it? Can you?
Oh, thank God.
made it.
Oh, God, fuck. Hang on. Shit. This game is a fuck. This game
Oh.
is an all right, here we go. Shh, stop.
Okay, we got-
Oh, fuck. Go, just go. Almond milk, get out of the way. I can't.
Hold on, I'm stuck too. Oh shit, you got me fucking stuck.
All right, hang on. All right, I want to
Go-
Fat ass
go-
can't get up this little bump.
Go to the
Okay,
right.
I'm good.
There you go.
Okay, move. There you
I'm
go.
gonna die.
All right.
Oh.
Shit. Oh, thank God. Oh shit.
Did
Night
everybody
Shine.
make it?
Use a
Because
potion.
I think that might be.
I got you. I got you.
Is that everybody in the Wailing Caverns group makes it across that?
All right, here we go. Oh fuck.
Thank you, Desley.
Oh,
There's
hey,
another
we
one.
got that guy over there. Oh, nice.
Got it. Got it. Woo! Woo! Oh, my nips were sweating on that.
Another
one.
question
Oh,
that I don't even think I knew about.
I want to answer that.
Oh,
what
do you have
was
a
I
question?
saying? What was that?
Something about bags
EverQuest.
in EverQuest.
Yeah, EverQuest. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry to talk.
No,
over
no.
people.
Go.
Okay, thank you. You have to understand the context of this game. That it's 15 years ago, right? This game is an inspired iteration of EverQuest, and the rules and conditions of inventory management in EverQuest were a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Now, also added to this is the idea that quests as a system are a real thing in World of Warcraft, where it's not really so much so in EverQuest. I mean, when the game first came out, it was driven by the bracket system, meaning you would talk to an NPC, you would see a word in brackets. Yeah, hail, Orc Warrior, and the Orc Warrior might have a quest for you if he said something back in brackets.
Hold on a second. I'm confused
So-
which way.
All right. Now, so you have the addition of a quest system, and when it comes to quests, there are generally a limited number of things you can do. You can FedEx shit. You can go to a place and trigger a thing. You can kill mobs, and you can collect items. I'm really oversimplifying, but I am healing almond milk here too. So just bear with me. Because you can only do a limited number of things, item collections were a big thing, and because we wanted to make you still work for stuff, but we wanted it to be easier too than the bullshit you had to go through in the big daddy of EverQuest.
I guess
There were these choices you had to make, and we as designers generally had really great latitude in how we implemented.
Okay, this way.
But we had a philosophy of it should only take a general range of like 8 to 12. So sometimes a designer would do 8, sometimes a designer would do 12, and there really wasn't a limit necessarily of us like, oh, you have to if this person designs this to collect 3 items, if this person designs this quest. It really was a highly subjective implementation of some generally understood objective design. So if that makes sense, you're healing. That might explain why Jesus Christ. And it's like I would go back, I would have all the shit that I did, and I can't really state specifically what I did without digging in and looking at it. I would have the number of items that you needed to collect, and I would have the quantity of a specific item you needed to collect. I would do that, and now I'll shut up and let.
There's a party. There's a party.
I got you.
I already. Yep.
I got a dude on me, but that's all right. All right, Moon Boots. What do you think?
That's.
Wait, I'm sorry. About what?
Oh, about inventory and.
I mean, I don't know if I have anything to add over what I sort of already started with.
That's right.
You know,
sorry.
but like I definitely agree with you that like the quests were very haphazard like that, right? It was like there were some general guidelines, but
yeah. That's not. I don't think that's necessarily. Oh shit, Moon Boots. No. Oh yes.
yeah,
Keep
I
healing
feared
almond
it,
milk.
so but it
Good.
probably will be back.
Oh. Hang on, mana's low. Fuck, resist. I got it. Boom.
Scraps. Yes, I will do that in one second.
Let me drink. Let me
All right. While we are in this intermission, real quick, then. So for anybody, who are you talking to, Tango? For anybody who's new here or hasn't been here, no, I'm not button clicking. How dare you?
I button click.
They're the 3 people here. Are all former WoW Vanilla devs. We got Baba Ganoush here, Sean Carnes, Moon Boots here. I don't know if are we using your full name? I don't.
It's fine. I mean, like if you went to my Twitter, you'd figure it out really fast.
There we
That's
go.
generally when I'm streaming, I don't.
And then we have Buck Nasty here, all former WoW devs, and then there's me, I'm on the internet. If you're not following these amazing people, you should be. WoW devs. What did they dev? Well, Baba Ganoush was a quest designer and he did other stuff. Moonboots was a quest designer, and Buck Nasty was QA and did other stuff as well. They can speak really quickly.
I like that description.
That works. That works. It's tight.
Good.
And they will speak very quickly the sub version of this, because you already missed it, Scraps. You were at work. You thought work was more important than us. So Bob Ganoush, real quick of what you've all done there as a recap.
Are you asking me what the games I've done in my career?
No, just for specifically at the Blizzard Entertainment.
I was hired as a quest designer on World of Warcraft, and I did quests and events through. I did a lot of the holidays, and when I say I, that's the royal I. It's a team of people that do things. But I was a part of that, and I was able to, as I say, put my stink on a good number of things. And then I became Blizzard's creative development manager after 2 years on the World of Warcraft team, and I was part of that was being the lead developer for the licensed products of that time. One of which, a big noteworthy thing, is the World of Warcraft trading card game that I and Buck and Ben Brode and Sean Wang and Corey Jones, who was at Upper Deck at the time, but then eventually came over and was working as the director of licensing for Blizzard. You know, that's one of the big noteworthy things of that time, of my era there. And that eventually, one of the greatest compliments I had received was from Hamilton Chu, who called me the grandfather of Hearthstone, and I kind of makes me warm inside. Yeah, to think that that's actually kind of the, you know.
Are you sure he wasn't just saying you were like really old?
Yeah.
I take him anyway. Anyway.
What did Hamilton want from you when he said that?
Hamilton is my horse, even if he never wins a race, but he's a champion thoroughbred.
Oh, I love Hamilton. He was great.
Yeah, he's good guy. He's good humans. He's good humans. Ben, and I mean, my time in creative development. I will get into it more on my personal share show there, but it really 5.5 years at Blizzard, it was just amazing. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
You know what? I'm happy that I asked for, Mr. Ganoush, the brief version of what you did. I'm glad I asked for the brief version.
You're welcome.
Yep. There we go. And then we're gonna get moon boots. How about you, real quick, just as for anybody new joining us?
So only the stuff that I did at Blizzard?
Yeah,
That's gonna be a very short story.
Hey, well, no, it's not a short
so-
story. You did quests, but I mean, like, you know, there's a little bit more than just I made quests. It was real nice.
So I started at Blizzard as a in QA, right? So I started as a tester, and I applied internally for the quest design position and got that, which was really exciting. So I got to write quests for Vanilla WoW, and
Big hill incoming, but
yeah, and so that's pretty much my Blizzard career there. It was all good. It was all good. Short
All
and sweet.
good. See, there we go. And then Mr. Buck Nasty.
I'm drinking.
Yeah, I started later than these guys, but I was the QA forums manager and ran the PTR and the beta realms for Vanilla, Burning Crusade, and Lich King. Then I moved over to licensed products with Sean and worked on the WoW trading card game and made T-shirts and lots of BlizzCon merchandise. And then eventually went back to QA to work for the BattleNet team, which meant that I touched basically every game at some point or another.
I have one more claim to fame, if I may. I'm sorry. At Blizzard.
Yes.
Chris Metzen and I pretty much named every item in Wrath of Lich King.
That's right. Well, Burning Crusade too, wasn't it? Didn't you do both?
Burning Crusade. No, Burning Crusade was a little different in that the last thing I did for Burning Crusade was the 1 to 5 Blood Elf starting experience. That was actually a big deal in the sense of we had done a lot of work and research into what would be a more optimized experience for a player when they went through the Draenei and Blood Elf areas. The very first thing we did was the Blood Elf areas, and those were my quests. And one of the last things we did actually was, I believe it was Eric Malouf did the Draenei area.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can see actually the advances of tech, partly the advances of tech, and really the advance of talent and skill of Eric Malouf compared to some of the shit I was doing. It's like one of the things I loved about the Draenei starting area was the elephant ride, was the mount ride that you get.
Yeah.
And that tech would have been amazing to implement. We had it, but he did it so masterfully too. So that was the last area test, and that did go long again. I'm really sorry. I pontificated.
It's
Bloody
all
man.
it's all
Baba
good.
Ganoush likes to
I'm sorry.
talk.
What? No. So there was a question way up there, and then Scraps had a question, but let me ask one of them that I don't even think I knew was a thing for this original question, which was, let me scroll up real far. A question I never did get the answer to. Why didn't the ability for undead to talk to humans make it out of beta?
I seem to recall that was intentional because they didn't want the two factions to be able to communicate at all. It wasn't like a lore reason. It was straight up because they wanted to sequester the two factions from each other.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it would allow people to cheat with PvP.
Because we exploited the fuck out of it during beta. I
Jump.
remember.
Jump.
Dismiss your pets.
It'll be okay.
I thought I was being a helper and communicating with someone in chat. They already knew what I was talking about. They already knew, so I almost jumped to my death again.
And then the next question.
Communist gnome. I know who communist gnome is.
Oh, okay. All right. Secret gnomes. Everyone should have a secret gnome.
Yeah,
Good one.
communist gnome and I. So when I was telling my stories earlier about the first time I was doing Wailing Caverns, he was there. He was there.
Next question was, wasn't there once a quest that was put in place for a boy for the Make-A-Wish Foundation?
There was, and I'm at a loss to remember when exactly it was put in. If it was put in at the end of Vanilla or if it was put in at the beginning of Burning Crusade, because I remember not only did they give the guy a quest, it isn't that they put in a quest for the kid. The kid designed a quest, and they used his character for the quest giver. He's outside of
Manaslow.
Yeah, he's in Mulgore. But they also gave him a flying mount at a time when nobody had flying mounts. They gave him the Ashes of Alar. And so I
pretty
think
amazing.
it might have been, I think they might have done that after the final patch for Burning Crusade, instead of actually during proper vanilla.
Shit.
But yeah, I was
Shit, use a
surprised
heal
not to,
potion.
I was surprised to not
I'm
see
healed.
him when I.
Nightshine, the
I got
amount of
him.
times you use
I
fear
think-
sort of cracks me up. Like I always look up and there's something running away.
We don't really have any other crowd control.
Yeah, I can't use roots.
Don't fuck with the master. Just I've learned. Let him.
Yeah, I think it just makes me laugh because I've been, I usually play war. I'm really careful with it, right? Because you can easily just fear stuff into and pull a whole other group, and so I almost never
Wow.
use it. And
I
it just
look
sort
around
of cracks
first.
me up.
Thank you,
Oh,
Jill
you feared something again.
Savior.
Than's for the follow,
Yeah.
Jill Savior.
Oh, look at that! Thank you.
So the short answer is yes, there was a quest made for a Make-A-Wish kid. I don't know why it's not in Classic. You'd have to look at the timeline.
Sorry,
Yeah,
was
I
just
don't.
trying to
I don't
trash it.
remember that happening. So, I
Wasn't-
don't think it was.
It
Vanilla.
was at the very end of Vanilla, I think.
Didn't he get that Phoenix pet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he,
that's it.
He got the Ashes of Alar, which was the flying mount from.
That's a really pretty mount.
Yeah.
Did I miss any questions? Does anybody have any other questions currently for these wonderful people, or you can ask me whatever you want?
We are happy. I'm happy just to be here, frankly.
There's 2 bosses here.
Sweet.
There's a
Should
boss
we
straight
kill
ahead.
them?
Oh,
both?
there's Serpentis who gives us the last gem.
I really have not looted any of these fucking. Pardon my French. Jeez, I'm really trying not to say that word.
Scraps, I'm
We're
not.
Fighting. All right.
Well, fuck.
Yeah,
Let's
everybody's
do
full.
this.
Miss Tango, maybe when I come out to Arizona, we will get the meat sweats again.
Oh, meat sweats.
Oh, Arizona Meat Sweats. The place I miss out there was I don't know if barbecue. There was a barbecue place out there. It was
We like to go to the Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah.
For the good times.
Green means go.
I'm going to Brazil in a few
oh.
weeks, and from what I'm told, they eat everything like that.
Oh,
One
please.
of my coworkers said that they have pizza places where green means go, and they just come around with pizza until you say I've had enough.
I want to go to there.
I'd prefer water out of both of those, Big Bad.
Big hill incoming.
Running out of mana.
Are you gonna get a Brazilian in preparation, Buck Nasty? Are you good, or?
It's a good
Commitment
question.
to craft.
Are you offering?
I mean, you know, come on up here. We'll see.
Hello, nurse. All right. Big heel.
All right. I got this guy off you. there.
Scraps, I'm not going to PAX Australia anytime soon. And Deathsleet says favorite WoW class / race for all y'all.
Oh, no warrior, without a doubt.
For Nomragon.
No warrior is the best warrior. I would be a no warrior right now if I could.
My favorite class to play is Paladin, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Ret Paladin is exactly how I want to play every MMORPG, regardless of the class. Priest, warrior, mage. I want to play it like a human paladin. I want 5 or 6 mobs to be beating on me, and I'm beating on them back. Unfortunately, that means I cannot play my favorite races with my favorite class, and those would be for the Alliance for Nomragon, and that is my favorite class. I mean, my favorite race. But Tauren are a very, very close second. Let me top that shit off here.
Go ahead and drink. We got a big boss fight.
Okay, I'm good to go. I'm gonna pop a pot here.
Mine is for sure Gnome Rogue.
Soulstone is about to wear.
I played a gnome rogue in vanilla back in the day. Randy Pan, the goat girl. She's an ass kicker with her
Moon boots.
handlebar pigtails.
My favorite is actually what I'm playing right now. I probably have played a undead warlock the most out of anything else. I've had, a shaman, a paladin, but warlock is for sure my favorite.
So I think somebody asked for, wait, hold on, what's the split of Alliance or Horde? And it sounded like 3 Alliance, 1 Horde, if I'm being honest.
I personally am not a fan of Horde or Alliance.
Yeah.
If I were the war chief, it would be gnomes and Taurens together, and then everyone else can sort their shit out.
No, it would be if it was up to me, it would be gnomes and Taurens on one faction, everybody else on a second faction, and then a third faction that was just made up of human paladins. Because those guys are
right.
always the worst. And I've
worst.
played a human paladin. The great thing about playing a human paladin is that the expectations are so low. You can just be like, "Hey, everybody, look at me! I'm just gonna run in here and aggro everybody." What's
Hey,
up?
look.
True.
Consecrate, let's go!
'Cause somebody sees a human paladin, you just go, "Okay, that guy's a boob." And
Gravity King.
play up
Gravity
to it.
King's back. It's giving us the first aid.
oh,
Oh, thank you. All right, are we ready? All right, chums, let's do
all
this.
right, ready for the big man here?
Yeah.
Fucking Nightshine, get in there and fucking pull that. Tank it. Get in there, Jaboner. Get in there. All right, here we go.
What
Why am I
are
not attacking?
what are your favorite games you guys are playing right now?
Right now, or just ever, or in general?
You know, we'll go with the past year. This is my discretion.
Shit.
You got to heal though.
Oh shit! We got you. I
I'll,
got you.
I'll
Big one
heal
coming.
you also.
Oh, look at Big Man. Oh, what's up? One of the games that I've been playing a lot lately that I was actually talking to somebody else about this today is Gravity Not Included, which is like a space station simulator game where everything always goes wrong and you're always trying to chase your little people around.
I'm out of
who are
mana.
Constantly
There we go.
starving, or I don't need that. Starving or shooting themselves out of airlocks or other stupid stuff.
It's a slight upgrade. I'm gonna need it. Sorry.
I can't use it for another level.
I wish
so
this
I'll
guy
upgrade.
dropped the staff. I love when he drops that stuff.
I just keep getting your loots, Moon Boo.
Yeah, I've been really unlucky. Like, I don't think I got anything the other night that we did in the dungeon. But I haven't won any of the rolls tonight either. I'm hoping that means there's going to be like one night
Sideways, same
coming
to
up
you,
soon where I just
buddy.
get everything.
Are we done?
That's
can I,
tough.
Can I jump to my
miss
death?
you too, buddy. I hope you
I
sleep
don't think
well.
you can die, but you can
I
definitely
believe
jump.
There's water.
Leave
down
it to
here.
me.
Yep.
Fudge.
Oh, is this a tin vein?
Over here by me.
Thanks for tanking tonight, Nightshine.
You bet.
Thank
And then
you.
I'm not sure.
Gravity King.
I think the escort is a quest.
Wasn't that the last
I'll have
boss?
to go check.
Is there another boss?
Oh
I
yeah,
thought-
we need to go do Mutanus. We need to go start that escort in the front of the dungeon.
I want to / follow somebody, but it's not going to be Baba Ganoush. That's a poor idea.
I'm following Nightshine because only good things happen when I do.
All right, we got some slimes coming. We can run out
Um,
of here before that.
Yeah, some stuff respawns in here.
Are we gonna do this place again?
No,
That's
let's do the last guy. We cleared it all. Might as well do him.
Scraps,
Oh,
thanks for the
I
sparks,
was
didn't
just
buddy.
think
saying
it wasn't
after this, like we could do another dungeon. Like, we could do this again. I'm
Can
good.
either
just-
do
I'm
this
just
again,
missing
or,
one of the gems from one of the bosses, and I'm wondering if he's still around.
All right, you want me to?
But
Yeah,
I don't
he's
even know
still
where that
around.
boss is.
Oh wait, let
Oh.
everyone get a buff first.
Yeah.
I did.
Hey,
I didn't
somebody
get-
help me kill this thing.
I didn't get a. I didn't get any of those items because I don't even think I have that quest.
Oh, I don't have
Oh
it
yeah.
either.
Yeah.
That
So if you
quest
guys
is
are
the
gonna do
shame.
it again, you might as well wait till everybody has that and.
We gotta go
That's
sell shit
good.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do need to sell shit.
Oh,
There's
all right.
actually a vendor right on top of the dungeon, but it's like a
Oh.
leather supply worker.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just need to empty grays out of my inventory, I think, and maybe even sell some.
Crossroads is really close though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Let's
could
go
also
to
just
Crossroads.
delete all of the items out of your inventory.
So he's gonna get attacked right over here.
Yeah.
I
Ambush.
can
Ambush.
never. We can never be friends again, Brody man.
Well, that's okay. We could be acquaintances.
No,
That's all right.
Isn't our friendship worth fighting for so you don't do stupid shit like deleting the whole point of the game, which is to loot items,
Uh-huh.
to sell, to get money, to buy skills?
Uh-huh. Oh, damage done. Oh,
look at this,
jeez.
Nightshine.
Oh, did I call it oxygen?
Bottom of the list.
Gravity not included. It's oxygen not included. You guys are right.
Bust out the heel.
I'm busy trying to help these guys. Oh, what is this?
Bust
Ambush.
out heel recount.
Hold on.
I don't use mods. I don't for the shtick for Baba Share Show. Don't use mods. Don't use Wowhead. But I certainly depend upon the kindness of others.
So you do
Yes.
need to install a damage meter mod.
At some
because
point, I will. Yeah.
Well, you need to, because
Congratulations.
Oh, nice.
I don't
Oh,
get
congratulations, me.
I don't
Yeah.
get data for my damage meter unless you have one installed as well.
Ah, okay. Well, life. Well,
It's like
you
peer
guess what?
pressure. Peer pressure.
Yeah.
Suck it, Trebek.
Well,
Suck
hey,
it
when
long,
you
suck
draw
it hard.
aggro, because I can't see how much aggro you have,
You
then
could have
it's
just
your
stopped
problem,
at
not mine.
when I draw aggro.
Right,
By
yeah.
the way, because that's how I live. I live my life one searing totem at a time, brother. That's right, Baba Ganoush.
I'm
Baba
not sure how to
Ganoush.
display the healing.
That's all right. It doesn't matter. Everyone knows where their bread's buttered, and that's with Fezzik.
I was about to say I probably out healed you. I feel like.
You may have.
No,
You
no,
may
no,
have.
no.
Oh, patch leather shoulder pads over here.
No,
By the
there's
way.
shoulder pads for somebody who.
Oh, here it is. I found
Where's
it.
What's the armor on it?
52.
Oh, that must be leather. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
52.
leather
Yeah.
shoulder pads.
Am I following almond milk? I'm pretty sure I'll get into trouble if I do that. So here we go.
Look at me, number 4 on the heal meter.
Baba
And then
Ganoush.
here's another interesting one.
Healing taken. Almond milk. Night shine. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that warlock tanking. Look, you're doing a great job, bud. You're above that. You are literally 0.2% above the 50th percentile. So that means success, victory. Good job.
Sweet. I don't need a lot of heals. I feel good.
It is helping that I'm 21, by the way. Just so
You're 22.
these aren't. But you know, these are 20 and 21. This isn't trivial shit.
Remember those heals I don't need? I don't need them now, especially. There's absolutely nothing. There's nothing hitting me, I swear.
Oh, boots. Isn't your boner taken for you? I'm sorry. Oh no, you have Jacklop out now, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I won. Hextagonist has the best.
What is it?
Has the best. He got Belnip.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty
Right,
much
and,
Nightshade.
you know,
That one's pretty
I
important.
am fascinated by the nipples, so.
Huh.
Nightshine, what's your imp's name? I always liked your imp's name, but I can't think of what it is right now.
I'm not using
What up,
it,
Drummy?
but it's Belnagma.
No, but your imp has a great name. I noticed it the other day. I don't remember what it is though.
I'll
It's
have to
cute.
summon him.
How you do, drumming?
Is it always the same name?
Yeah. Yeah, they're randomized and
Yeah.
they are always the same for that character.
It's Karkin.
Yeah, I liked it. I'd never seen that before. I was like,
Thank you for the follow, rather be drumming.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Drummy. How you doing, buddy?
Thank you. Where's our buddy here? There he is.
I do not know if there's a trick to ever rename the demons. I don't
There-
think so.
there
There used to be an exploit way to do it. I don't remember what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's been fixed by now.
Head to bed. Hi, Drummy.
And the exploit just lets you re-roll the name. Just get a new.
Hope you sleep well, buddy. So if anybody has any questions for these fine folks, go ahead and queue it up and I will see if I can see it in chat. Don't cheer that, man.
I have a question.
Oh, God.
I do. Can I ask a question? I
Maylocks.
would rather a fan to ask a question first before I ask a question.
Maylocks.
What is the quest that you remember the most fondly about completing for the first time in World of War?
This
Were
is
we-
this is for all of everyone, I'm
This
assuming.
is for all of us and for the fans too, and for the folks watching.
Thank you, the Endless, for the
Thank
follow.
you, the endless.
Thank
Oh,
you,
thank
Endless. You're a hooker, but thank you.
Uh-oh. Here they come.
Oh, there's a 40,000 spark unicorn
Whoa.
that just flew by.
Wow.
I like
Scraps,
that
that's
shit.
a good one. The nesting wearing chain is a pretty good one.
Oh. We discussed this in a previous stream, but my favorite quest probably in all of vanilla is one of Moon Boots, and it's the Mechanical Yeti quest. I love that quest so much, and I
Pretty much,
Crazy.
yeah.
even if I didn't need to do it, I would still go and do it because I love the little goblin girl. Why do you attack me, Mechanical Yeti? Why?
Chase me, McCann.
Ah, sorry, everybody.
It was fun to put in. I'm trying to think. When I first started playing WoW, actually, the quest that I loved at the time, and it was because it was probably bugged at the time, was the quest that you get as a Horde player in Hillsbrad, called Helgular's Revenge, where you have to go to the graveyard in South Shore, and like you end up like raising these skeletons out of this grave. And now I think when you do it, only 2 of them come out. But at the time, like 50 to 100 would come out. And you could basically sit there in the graveyard, and any Alliance player that walked anywhere near, the aggro radius on those things was huge. And they would they would go in this like giant mass and just annihilate people. And I would just sit there, and I just remember just laughing and laughing and laughing, right? Yeah, it turns out it wasn't supposed to be like that, but it sure was fun while it lasted. It was one of those moments where, like, because a lot of times you feel like you don't have a lot of control over the world, right? In this game, because it's sort of static, and it was one of those moments that made you feel like, hey, I can impact the world in this sort of new way.
There's a quest that I really love. What's the haunted zone north of Stranglethorn Vale?
Oh god, yes, I know what you're talking about.
I forget-
It's
I can pull it up on
it's
the map.
Alliance. Yeah. Oh,
Duskwood.
thank
There's
you.
a quest in Duskwood that's like a little murder mystery where you have to collect these clues, and then at a certain point they're just like, who did it? And you have to go figure it out. And I really love it because not all the clues are parts of quests. There's just like things that you learn while you're questing around the zone. And so at the end they're like,
there he
these
is.
are the things that we know about the killer. And
Get
if
him,
you've
Almond
been
Milk,
paying
get him!
if you've been paying attention, you
Yeah, that was
oh,
awesome, Tango.
rude. If you'd been paying attention, you'd know immediately, oh, it's this guy, and you go and you solve the mystery. And that and it's the only quest like that in the whole game. I think it's a Pat Nagel quest.
That sounds like Pat for sure.
Um,
And Pat did a lot of Duskwood.
And I always loved that particular quest. But I think it's Alliance only.
Baba Ganoush, are you charmed?
I am.
Oh, does that mean I
I'm
can kill
asleep.
you?
Yeah, you could kill him right now if you wanted to.
Bring it. So, please give me a reason.
I
Oh,
just
got-
tried to
here we go.
attack you, and you came
Shit,
back
I'm
from
again.
charm.
I just got it again. That's another 12 seconds.
Oh, I need just a little bit more rage.
Oh, here we
Just
go.
A little bit more rage.
This guy's resisting like
Oh,
everything.
get some.
Everything.
He's immune to
I
corruption.
have a lot of mana though, so we're pretty good.
Just hit him with this.
Oh, you see me interrupt that spell that he was casting on you?
You did your job.
On me
Congratulations.
Specifically. That's
Was-
right.
Was casting.
Thank you. The internet sees your bullshit.
He was casting on you.
Oh, sit down. Fresh shot.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Look-
look at that.
Look who
Shit,
got an
let me
upgrade.
make some space here. What do I not need?
Oh, now you have space.
Need.
So many items to delete. JT, sleep well.
Level to use it. Oh, and a glowing shard. Shit.
Oh yeah, I need room for that. That starts a quest. That is the only quest that I put into this dungeon. Is this
Wait,
item that starts a
glowing
quest
shard.
here? Yeah, I go loot it off of
Yeah,
Janice here.
The boss drops a quest item.
Oh, he does?
It
Yep.
is a very easy quest to complete.
Oh, I looted it. I looted. What did I loot?
You have to right click.
Oh, there it is. The glowing shard.
There's a
Did you do this one?
item over here if you still need the.
I did. Yes, I did add that quest. It was one of the ones that got added like way later. They said,
Oh.
"Hey, go put some more stuff
Yeah.
in the barrens."
Yeah.
So guys, I got a total of 1 serpent bloom. I'd like to announce that.
Good job. I got 3. I've tripled your output.
I have
Guess I'll be coming back.
6 serpent blooms and 9 deviate hides. I guess
Yeah,
that
I
means we gotta
got
come back.
how many serpent blooms
Yeah, I've
do you
got
need?
9 also.
All of them?
Yeah.
Oh, look at me. Fat
But there's one
finger.
over here.
Oh, you know what?
I was gonna.
You know why my my bags are full? Because I got one of these.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
You should eat it.
You earned
Because
it.
because
It's yours
somebody
to do with as you see fit.
Yeah,
I
huh.
mean, you had such a hard time finding the, the item that's available from every basic vendor.
Where
no,
we
they're
going?
not every basic vendor in Ogremar. One vendor in Ogremar sells them, and you have to go and find her.
Oh, hang on. I'm showing off my skills.
What are you guys
Here.
running around doing down there?
I don't even
I'm trying
know.
to figure out how to get out of here.
Oh,
Is it
this way. Yeah, it's
Alright.
this way.
Oh shit! I should follow the right signs. Is the dungeon over?
The dungeon
Yes,
is over.
We've done everything we can do in here.
I'm gonna hearth back to Ogremar. Trust me, it's probably quicker this way. To sell my shit, and then I'll fly back to Crossroads.
Hmm.
Is everyone gonna hearth, or do you need to see the way
Nope.
out?
Isn't there a turn in outside?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
There is. I'm gonna turn it in when I come back.
Yeah, let's see
Somehow,
if we can get out without aggroing too much stuff.
I'm gonna take a quick intermission too once I do my selling and whatnot.
No, that's a
Just
good
go
idea.
check in with dogs. I have 3 dogs. Oh, and by the way, I should probably go back to the actual reason for the season, the World of Warcraft screen.
somehow I think this took us about 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Not terrible.
There's an item there. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, brings my count up to 3.
On a plus
There's
note,
serpent
I don't need
blooms in
them
here,
anymore. Oh yeah, there's a ton around here.
Deviant.
Yeah, as long as there's not that many
scales.
players around, yeah, they respawn.
King's blood.
Oh, there's a weed, and Sean can't get it.
It's shiny.
Shiny.
Set
You
it
left, Sean,
aflame.
Too bad.
Yep, no king's blood for you.
95 copper for this decomposed boot.
Valuable inventory space. for
Should
that
have deleted
decomposed
it.
boot.
Plus 4 stamina and spirit for 15 minutes. The 15 minutes fucking kills me. That's the shtick, right? Oh, I
Wait,
really.
wait, that's not the right way, is it? Is this the way out? I don't
I
know.
think
this
it
is-
is.
Yeah,
No,
it
this
is.
has gotta be
Yeah,
the
keep,
way.
Oh,
keep
okay.
going and then go to the right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Stay to the right.
I know my way in. I don't usually run out.
No one gets the Goonies reference. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Repeat it. I didn't hear it.
Stay to the right. And then
I
he's
missed
like,
that.
I know stay to the right.
Uh,
You always tell me stay to
Is
the
there an
right.
easy way to get up there?
I know no
walk.
easy ways to get up there. I know a hard way to get, get up there.
Where do I have bolts of linen cloth? Oh, that must have been a drop.
yeah, it came from one of the chests.
Oh, okay.
Oh, these freaking hills you can never climb.
Yeah, I always end up running all the way over here and like running up this one. Yeah, I was actually glad that I had some extra time when I started my stream before you guys logged on because I was worried that what was going to happen was going to miss the jump like 3 times.
To get the quests.
Yeah, to get into that little the
Yeah,
one tiny little
sometimes-
ledge.
Sometimes you can overshoot the nose.
Yeah, which I've done many a time. And
You can get up this way, by the way. Well, you guys are all the way over there now.
Which
oh
one?
yeah, there might be a better way to get up there. This is the one I found today.
I think it'd be faster just run to Crossroads.
There's
Well,
a quest
There's
turning
a
up
quest
there
turning
anyways.
up here.
Oh, this is where the I didn't know the quest turn was.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. To get a new one much faster than deleting.
Do you
just
remember
delete-
which quest is
it's
the
over here.
precursor to the leader of the Fang?
It's no. Was it Deviant Scale?
Yeah, I mean it's the one that sends you
the-
to Thunder Bluff. I don't remember what it's called though.
Was that
Hey,
the
Communist Gnome. Communist
Wait.
Gnome might know.
one? Why can't
She's-
I?
Why?
Why
I
can't
don't.
I hit continue on this? Oh, did I
Hey,
not?
where'd my
The
glowing
question
shard
was,
go?
what is the name of the
There it is.
quest before Leaders of the Fang?
I'm already on the quest.
No, I have the quest. Why can I not?
Yeah.
Speak with
she's
someone
not-
in Ratchet about the glowing shard.
Oh, you
then
gotta talk
deliver
to
the
the
shard
dude next to the flight
as you are
path
directed.
first.
Okay.
Oh, rainbows. Oh, they're pretty cute.
Yeah,
All right,
and
I'm-
if you hate doing that, you can direct that at me because I made you do that.
I'm gonna Hearth to Ogremar, sell my shit, then go to Ratchet, and then come back here.
Thanks, Moon Boots.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
you're welcome.
Crocolisk meat,
You're welcome.
all that stuff.
Strength. Why am I hoofing it like a fucking pleb?
Because you forgot.
Communist gnome is no good to
Ah.
us. He can't remember. He can't remember. Oh, I can't complete my quest because I have no inventory space. What a
Mhm.
surprise! Oh look, but there's
Was it
a
where's
vendor
the
in here.
Skyrim Norse or the
Can't
deleting the
loot
bag?
that.
Yeah.
I can't loot that. Oh, I'm out of range.
What? Who's?
See, I would have made such a great voice actor game.
You
I
pretty much
totally
sound
missed-
just like a
missed
Tauren
opportunity.
normally.
What a new wand. Why is it
Oh,
worse than the one I have?
I think if a Tauren was becoming a porn actor, yep, you make a perfect one.
I'm here to deliver your sausage pizza. Oh.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know if I need that. Or
You said, look, you put
Oh.
shit in front of Burgundy, he says it, right?
It's true. It's true.
But don't. I do what I do. I do what I do. I'm sorry. I did it again, didn't?
Okay, now sing it like the song.
Go fuck yourself, Sandy.
Hey, communist gnome, I don't even know why you let me in the guild because I think every time I tried to do it fell off like 3 times.
That item, that glowing shard, I remember that. I quest in a dungeon that used that. That I had that item made. That icon. That's right. That's
Is
right.
Is
That
that the
icon
essence
for
of
glowing shard.
Aranicus? Did I steal
Yes.
your essence of Aranicus?
You stole
icon?
you
Oh.
stole my item. You stole my icon. That's adorable. That's awesome. All right, I'm down to drinking the cheapy potions. I drink one of these, I can heal you with a big heal.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take the dogs out and put them to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So Tango Tech, I see your question about voice actors. How many were internal employees with voice, and how many were professional hired voice actors? Also, how many were Metzen? They were all Metzen.
Yeah, we're at the end of the day.
No, that's not true. There were a few go-to guys. I know that, but I think the vast majority were employees, weren't they?
They were so yeah. Sean and I were talking about this the other night. Like I still remember they had the signups in the lobby. Like if you wanted to do a voice, like you would just
Fucking
put your
missed
name on
it.
the list and they would call you in.
thought I
And
did.
Yeah.
I don't know how they matched you up against what what you ended up doing, but like there is. I worked with a guy in QA who does one of the orc voices, and that orc, like whenever I click on that, like I think of that guy because it sounds just like him.
We got called to do zombie voices for D3,
Nice.
and mine didn't get chosen. Mine didn't get chosen, but some of the guys I worked with did get chosen. It's actually very different now in the new games since I think about 2008. They're all professional voice actors because Blizzard is a member of the Screen Actors Guild, and they are required to only use guild members for all of their voice work now. And
Yeah,
it was a
that-
big deal
yeah.
because Metzen wasn't a member, and so he wasn't actually able to do. Originally, he was going to do the voice for Raynor in StarCraft 2, and they weren't. They had to hire an actor to do the voice instead, even though Metzen's actually a really good.
Yeah, it's either all or nothing.
Yeah,
You have to be all Zag or all not.
yeah. And the choice was: do we continue to have Metzen, or can we have the wealth of amazing actors out there to do voices? And unfortunately, Metzen couldn't do Kerrigan's voice, so they had to get Screen Actors Guild people to take over.
I was actually really sad about the you all or nothing for in terms of
Yeah.
the screen because I worked on an MMO and they were looking for a guy who had like a gut shot wound, and at the time I still to this day can do this like terrible teen Anakin Skywalker impersonation. And I kind of like just channeled that guy, and the guy who was doing like the casting was like, "Oh my god, that was just it was perfect." It was perfect. And they decided to, I mean, they had to switch over from that. You do remember, I hate the sand. It's coarse. Not like you.
That's beautiful.
It's amazing.
One day I will be the most powerful Jedi ever. You'll see. I'll even keep people from dying.
It's like George Lucas is here directing you himself.
Oh yeah, I just need Jar Jar in the background and we're set.
My quest log is full. What in the actual app?
Keep drinking, Whisper.
Who do I turn this thing to? Who do I turn Deviate Eradication into?
Is that, do you have all the deviant
Hebrew
hides?
in the Wailing Caverns wants you to kill.
Oh, he's up in a hidey hole.
Yeah, he's up in that.
Yeah, he's up
The
in his little
spot that
bitch
we went.
cave.
Oh, is he up at the top?
Yeah, he's in the skull.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
know,
I'm gonna sit down in the crossroads here, and then I'm gonna take a quick break and get some food before we do anything else.
are we doing anything else? It's almost 10 p.m.
Yeah, I'm definitely done for the night. I'm sort of just
Alright.
doing some wrap up here. Hey, it is 12:30
I
here, and
know.
I was
And
just destroyed the next day when I stayed up till almost 3 with you guys.
We have established that Moon Boots is the adult, and so she needs to go to bed.
You know
on
what?
time.
If I didn't have to get up at like 6:30 and get my kid up to go to school, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be as bad, but yeah, that makes it a little harder.
We also got to save some content for the next stream.
Show,
Good point.
just show a little leg.
Just a little leg.
What is going on up here?
Oh my gosh, I suck. I didn't even say who to talk to. What the hell?
Overrated.
What kind of designer am I? And I can't even remember who to talk to. So
That's what the quest arrows are for. It's fine.
Wait a
okay,
minute, glowing
quest
shark.
finish.
I'm already
Okay.
on that quest. Glowing shark. Oh, I have to
Oh,
travel
I'll
to
show it
Ratchet, don't I?
endless.
Yeah, you have to go
Yeah.
to Ratchet first.
Here we go. Okay, it's Sputter Valve.
Yeah, it's the guy right next to the flight master.
Yeah, what a jerk. He couldn't even actually tell me anything about it. He's just like, yeah, go talk to someone else.
That guy's an asshole.
We are on Man Crick
For the horde.
for the Horde.
For the horde.
For Nomragon.
We're gone.
Fort Nombragon.
I can't do that. I don't have enough energy.
Oh.
Does anyone want crocolisk meat?
You can mail crocolisk meat to me, and I will
All
find
right.
a use.
John's too busy making.
That's my only. That's my only. No, that's my only
my-
claim to fame. In
my favorite gnome death noise is when he goes Sega. It sounds like he's singing Sega. Sega. Oh.
Oh, God.
That sounds
did
like
that-
that
I
gnome's
did-
doing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to continue with that.
Oh, God, help me. I managed to squeeze in a, oh, God, help me.
I think you unleashed something in some people here today with that one.
So sorry.
Oh, this ends up giving you some cloth shoulder.
No, there's no reason not to find out, Scraps.
Mediocre looking.
What's the armor?
Ratchet.
I don't know. 30 armor, 6 intellects, 3 stamina.
We can
Good
we get
stuff.
someone else? Maybe we could
Good
get
stuff.
someone. We could do this again and maybe do. Well, actually, here. Brody Man is our host. Brody Man, what do you want us to do? What are we doing?
What are you saying to me right now?
What?
What? Who?
Hey, all right. Moon Boots is leaving. Do we start looking for one more again?
No, I think we call it here for that. I mean, it was a good
That's fair.
almost 3 hour stream, and then next Tuesday we will come back and look for one more.
All right. So we do this. I'm gonna go. I guess do we separate our respective saucer sections?
Stop
You're co-streaming.
yes, we can end the co-stream. Sounds like we're ending, so we'll just end right now, and then you guys can continue to stream. I'm gonna stop streaming. So yeah, we'll do that. If you two want to keep co-streaming, Moon Boots and I can just leave the co-stream.
You can stick around, but if I'm gonna right, I've got the bug right. I'm gonna intermiss. I'm gonna get a quick nosh. But
Yeah.
I know.
I want to keep.
Scraps.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What were you gonna say, Buck?
I need an intermission. I need to eat something. I'm starving.
All right, so maybe I do a little OT. Maybe I do an hour or two. Okay. So actually, here before we all go, next Tuesday, what do we do? And Av, if Av might have, oh no, Av went to go take a look at the dogs. Oh, you
Perfect,
there, Av?
Scraps.
Hey,
Yeah.
so Almond Milk says he hates Black Fathom Deep, so I say we
Oh.
make him do that.
Oh, Black Fathom Deeps makes my hurt.
What's the level range on that?
Yeah, what's the level range on that?
Higher
I
than
don't
we
know.
are.
It's probably too high for us.
The next thing we can do would be Shadowfang Keep.
Yeah, we
Keep
should do
is fun.
Shadowfang.
What
Yeah,
level
that's
is
a lot.
that?
18
Probably
to
20.
20 something, I think.
Okay.
I thought it was like 25, but
Oh.
Hold on, I'll tell you
I'm-
that's
exactly.
a,
I'm pretty sure it starts
Yeah.
at 18, but I could be wrong.
If
It's 22 to 30.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
there we go.
Wow, I thought
Son
it
of a
started a lot
biscuit.
earlier.
But being in the 18 to 20 range is still okay to do it.
Well, good, because that's where I'll be.
We
Look,
could go
I
to
am
Dead
I
Mines
100%.
again.
Don't
We
threaten
can
me with a
always-
good time.
We could always do Dead Mines again.
I love Dead Mine so much.
Oh yeah, Dead Mines is good. Razorfen Crawl, you're suggesting, Scraps?
Oh yeah, that could be good too.
That's too high.
Yeah, I
Brody
think
man,
both the
I'm
Razor
sorry.
Fins are too high for us.
Brody man, I'm the man child. Like me following you around, giving you some healing loving, or at least when we can grouping up together. I'm happy to be Baba Bot for you.
Yeah, it's just the time to have that actually happening. So
Fair enough. I know. All right. Well, we'll all work it out, right? Like, and if we'll all work it out. It's all.
Will we
good.
work
It's
it
all
out?
good. It's better, baby. It's better. It's all good.
You're so money,
One
you don't
other-
even know it.
Did you say Black Fathom Deeps is the one you hate?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that one's actually 20 to 30. That's off the Zoram Strand. We could do that
Mhm.
one.
Oh.
Well, yeah, let's make him do it.
Sold. Yeah.
Murlocs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just run north and run north to Asheville. We got it. As long as
What is-
Sean promises to make that noise the entire time.
what is hard mode, Communist Gnome? What constitutes BRD as hard mode? And also Fox Team Gaming, thank you very much for
Thanks for the host, Fox Team.
Roach Trap says, "Do Dead Mines, then SFK, then Black Fathom Deeps."
Yeah, Communist Gnome.
I kind of like that.
We wiped the first time we did Black Fathom Deeps because Communist Gnome
Stockade
decided
scraps.
to hit all the torches at once. That was fun.
Oh, God.
Stockades where we can fight
Stockades.
Ham Hawk.
It's good times.
Ham Hock.
Ham Hawk.
Yeah. Ham Hock, Cookie.
Yeah.
I love.
All right. Well, we'll figure out what we're doing next. We'll have a plan. It'll be great. And that'll be next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. What is that, 10 Eastern? Something.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, Big Bed John. Thank you, all you folks.
Yeah. Thanks everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I just received a whisper. Hey, can I pay you to water walk me? I am a horrible shaman.
Who doesn't know water walking?
Have that spell.
Where's Volgor?
Hey, at least you're honest about it.
No,
You're
no, no, no.
horrible.
Where cattle shout follows up. I don't know what level you get that. luck.
So yeah, real just to close things out, for the people that are here and you aren't following these wonderful people, there's a couple links to give them a quick follow. They do stream aside from this time now, so you can catch them live. You can also follow me if you're not, or unfollow me. You pick dealer's choice. Think of some questions for next week. If you won't be here and you want to send me any questions, go ahead and I will ask them on stream. You know, we appreciate you hanging out, giving your time, and giving some good questions.
Yeah.
I am 2 away from that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so unless you guys have anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here.
Thank you so much, Brody man. By the way,
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
obviously,
Yeah,
we could
thanks
not
for
have
having
done
us.
this without. All right, that is awesome. So thank you so much, Brody man. And goodbye, Moon Boots, and goodbye, Buck Nasty. I guess, hey, if you folks want to stick around and watch me goof around with Baba Ganoush, seeing as though I can at least level up to 30 now. So I'm at least going to get a little bit going on that. I'm for a couple more hours, probably till about the midnight hour. There are other things you could probably be out there watching, but if you want to stick around and hang out with me, I'm more than happy to answer questions and try not to get into too much trouble.
I am going to get some food, and take
You wanna
a
come
few
back?
minutes break, and then I'll come back. Yeah.
All right, then let's you and I just continue a co-stream together.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Okay.
I'm starving, so
All
I
right,
got
go
some
ahead.
Eats in the fridge to go eat. So
All right.
I'm gonna run back here to Crossroads, and then I'm going to take an intermission.
Well,
All
sweet.
right, guys. I'll see you next time.
Yep. Night,
All right, good.
everybody.
Easy moon boots.
Night.
Night, everybody. You're wonderful and great, and I'll see you probably tomorrow.
nice.
We'll have a
Thanks
different
for
game to
watching
play,
streams.
and I will see you guys later.
I just had a tender moment with a